Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, Row Nation? Hope you're all good. 2 a.m. here in the UK. A nice early start for me as usual. Hopefully the stream is working okay. Looks like it is. Dame, Rise of Empires, what's up? How's it going? Apon, when you see this, please look into state 332 on the mud. That's my castle. Hey Latin, how's it going? I'm good, thanks mate. You alright? Let's get out. What a crazy week. What a crazy week. $600. Oh, there you are, Dame. There you go, Dame. Shout out to you. Here waiting for KNU. Yeah, I mean, well, where do I start? I mean, this week's just been really crazy. With in 55, you're going to see a lot of new faces. We were one of the options for State 56. They're closing, and yeah, we've had a load of 56 players join us in 55. So that is it's kind of refreshed the state, I have to say. Like, what we on for cop score now? Last out nearly 100G on a Friday. We haven't done that in forever, literally. So we have had quite a few. I think we might have had 100, 150 players move over to us. ASV and RKU alliances. We're kind of integrating these guys into our state, and 56. Obviously, we've known these. We're 55, so we've known 56 for a long time. Played against them in original Reign of Chaos 3 years ago. A lot of their players familiar names. So Shami, we played against him many times, for instance. So yeah, it's kind of fresh start, I guess. Oh, that's pretty good. Which states closed in that portion of the states, and which were the options available? Do you know? Oh, I've forgotten actually that someone did put it in the chat, but I've seen so many thousands of messages this week. I've kind of forgotten what was going on. Obviously, we've had loads going on. Hey, JP, how's it going? Yeah, we've had loads going on. Just in terms of, like, we obviously had the anniversary event. We had, which obviously had its controversies. Oh snap! It doesn't matter. Sorry. I did see it in messages, but I didn't make a note of it at the time. I know some people like to know those things, what states are closing. I think it's quite a few, 5 or 6, maybe even more. The devs are still continuing to merge us all together slowly. Talking of merging, obviously you probably all seen 265. If we go, actually it's not here, but 265 have done a large migration earlier in the week. They're up to 25G as a state now. So if you compare that to, well, like 177, for instance, nearly 17G. The 1002, 20, just under 22G. And in our group, 37, which are on 19G. So they're on like 23, 24G. Yeah, that's the new kind of biggest state in the game. So there was supposed to be a planned big migration tonight. My understanding is, obviously you might have all seen in the mail, I'm not sure actually if devs have put it. Is it this one? Yeah, an adjustment has been made to the immigration feature to ensure a better gaming environment specifically the time when the castle immigration limit and the rating refresh every day will now be the same. So I'm not sure if everyone's aware, but what 265 did, and this is just effectively a loophole. Hey Crawford, how's it going? What's up, Joe? Yeah, I actually started on time this morning for once. I clicked go live and it actually worked without any issues. And the chat is working, awesome. So yeah, like so what 265 did was, you probably saw in the immigration rules there was a limit of 300 castles a day, and your immigration rating refreshes at 10 minutes past the hour. So hey Bertsy, so good to see you. So everyone had this 60-minute window where at plus 23:11 you could migrate 300 castles for your daily limit, say your Monday limit, and then reset happened into Tuesday at 0000. And what happened then was you had 10 minutes to use the next day, for argument's sake, in this instance, Tuesday's limit of 300 players. You had 10 minutes to migrate another 300 players before the immigration rating reset at 10 minutes past the hour. So that's what they did, and that's why they've got so many players into the state. And I know others were hoping to do that today, but the devs changed after the devs found out about this, and they realized there was a bug, as they're calling it. Then they realized that they basically decided to change it so that they aligned the castle limit with the refresh. So you didn't have this window of 10 minutes where you could basically migrate a second bunch of 300 castles. What's up, Dragon Slayer? Good to see you. 616 and JB, how's it going, James? Good to see you again. So yeah, that was and obviously now look, we've got a load of players that were hoping to migrate tonight, and now they're not going to be able to do that. So I understand the point of view of the devs. Like, they don't, I guess what they don't want is such a large migration of players into states at this stage in the game. They want to have players still spread out amongst a fair amount of states to a certain point. He said, yeah, I mean, for me, I think, yeah, that's what they're calling it. So, and they're entitled to call it what they want at the end of the day, and that's what they're going with. So that's what they've done with, in terms of, that's like an explanation of why we all got that mail earlier in the week in terms of the change in immigration settings. Joe, now you have 1,000 super tickets. I've got 300 super tickets. I wish I had 1,000. So yeah, just that's where we're at. I mean, what else has been going on? Obviously, we've had, today we've had the announcement for Reign of Chaos. Of course, people might have seen the Reign of Chaos starting soon image, no matter what season you're in, because that's what they do call the Eden mechanic. And we've got, for those of us in states 1 to 183, we have season X12 Eden Conquer. So we're going to have a 4-way map, basically. So it's going to be, there's going to be quite a lot. Currently, you can't get the info on it in terms of the intro. Faction relations, though. In previous wars, lords from different regions built their own empires. Despite being from different empires, they have the same needs and hobbies. Complete the quests assigned by the empires to earn their appreciation rewards. And then we have this merit function. So they did have this in LSS, where you're going to basically, it's in the past we've had occupation value, etc., haven't we, in the different types of Eden. Now it's going to be merit value, and you can gain merit in multiple ways, from castle attacks, tile attacks. There will also be these quests, which I think you get 5 per day, and you can link heroes to go on the quest, and you need to have all of the heroes effectively. And if you send a legion with the kind of linked heroes for that quest, then you'll get more merit points. And then also you still will be able to take structures in Eden like we always have, and that will give you merit points as well. For specifically castle attacks and tile attacks, whoever wins will gain a portion of merit, and whoever loses will lose a portion of merit. And the bigger the difference, I think, so like the more you kill, the more merit you gain, basically. So it actively encourages combat on the map, which I think is a good thing, really. Hopefully, if they can get the matchmaking right between the 4 factions, then there is the potential there for it to be one of the more fun maps. And I believe in LSS they did also release the kind of sectors, the inner sectors, earlier as well, so it could get more competitive. Talking about super tickets, what are your thoughts on the alleged 3 new heroes? I mean, I'll be honest, my contact at the devs did not make me aware that they were changing the hero system in this way, so I have found it really it was really surprising. We've got now in let's talk about hey Franzi, thanks for the kind words from 344. So these 3 new heroes, let's just talk about heroes in general. So we all know that Last Shelter Survival is our sister game. That game is about 9 months ahead of Rise of Empires. We have always had the same kind of release schedule of heroes to Last Shelter Survival, but they had their Rise of Empire aesthetics. So they were different character designs, different names, but 99% of the time the skills were the same. So if you watched a bit of LSS or played a bit of LSS, you would have an understanding of what we were going to get in Rise of Empires. And that has been correct all the way up to SX11. Now in SX11 we have Arthur released, who wasn't a hero released in LSS as far as I was aware. Then obviously we had Cleo linked to the who was linked to the anniversary event, and now it looks like we're getting 3 heroes this season. Now in LSS they had a general hero again at SX12 who would boost heroes that specialised in combat skills that required turns of prep. So Jade Eagle is the number 1 example of that. Jade Eagle's 8th skill requires 2 turns of prep, and his 5th skill requires 1 turn of prep. They're both combat skills. So this SX12 general hero in LSS buffed that. The other hero in LSS at SX12 was a ranged archer. So we have got Belisarius, the last Roman, and he is a ranged archer. He does actually have a bow on his back, so at least characterization wise I guess that works, and he's got a flailing cape. Now currently they're saying for the skills that you've got to stay tuned. So they've released the character design, but they haven't announced the skills. Now this looks a bit weird, having the tidal wave image like that. That doesn't really link to these kind of images, so I'm not sure if that's a mistake, for instance, or not. And then in terms of Pepin, so Dwarf Pepin, so it's another king character. He's another footman support hero. He is, now you can read their 6th and 7th skills at least, so he's giving HP on his 6th skill and 40% resistance to the Legion on his 7th, which means that really he should be a front row hero. Well, we've already had the last 2 heroes, whether they're premium, pay to buy, or just in release. Arslan ended up being front row, and Arthur is front row as well. And now it looks like we're getting a 3rd footman front row hero in a row with Pepin. And then El Cid is cavalry and a melee hero, which again would indicate that he should be front row. He's giving extra combat speed and extra might. Now, my theory on El Cid, and it is just a theory, is that he could be one of the SX13 heroes from LSS. There was a hero who was basically, well, in LSS, most of the kind of big YouTubers called this hero tuner. Well, it was effectively a Rosen 2.0. So whether this El Cid character is going to be that, and then we will have we would have this scenario where you can have a whole second legion of basic attack heroes to use on poison tiles, for instance. So you can use El Cid middle row, and with Farah front row, and then Ranger back row. That's my best guess, and like if that's the case, then El Cid actually gives 100% chance for the other two squads, well, all three squads in the Legion, to have an extra basic attack on turns 1 to 3, which obviously is way better than Rosen's current skill. So that is potentially where we're at with the heroes. But as I say, guys, I wasn't given any information about this in advance, and the way that it literally came as a surprise to me as well. I'm not going to lie. If we go into season rewards as well, so if we go to season hero preview, we always used to have the cards, right? And previously we did have the kind of SX2 selection card. Now we've got an SX1 to SX5 selection card, which, as you can see, there's 18 different heroes on this. I don't know why they still kept the SX1 heroes, honestly. And then we do have the two, this is what we all want to always see, is the legendary recruitment options, which is where you're going to get your rewards from, and you can have the option to buy these cards in the honor shop as well, 250,000 honor coins. So banner 1, they have removed the SX2 heroes, which for this banner was Tarantula and Datch. Yes, so that it's still a 1 in 12 chance to get the new heroes, and it's El Cid and Pepin on this banner with Farah, Healer, Hellfire, Ranger, Reaver. So in theory, actually, all three of these Cav heroes for that Legion I just talked about are on the same banner here. And then if we look at banner 2, Pepin's, it's 1 out of 12 again, no Avalanche, no Army Breaker, but you've got Pepin on this banner as well, because they've releasing 3 heroes and they've kept the chances, well, they've kept the number of heroes on each banner the same. So they've had to resort to putting Pepin on both, this footman hero on both banners. So there you go. And he's on the same banner as Arslan, who, again, like I said, is going to be front row footman hero. So Crawford, Pond, do you use Cleo in your class Legion? I haven't, but I could. I mean, I might try that today in KE. Ragnar, Cleo, Lust. Cleo and Lust work really well together. You know, I'm seeing 170,000, 200,000 kills quite often with that combination. I've just got, I was just mucking around with this as just another option, to be honest. Yeah. So I might try that today. I can't remember what I've got on my defense actually. Oh yeah, I've got the Rosen Reaper Sakura combo. Yeah, I mean the limited testing that I've done and Heroes Duels. I mean, I'm through to, we're up against 216 this week. I'm into the semi-finals. I did beat Kai from 216 earlier, 3-0. So I'm not actually migrating a couple of reasons. I am in Heroes Duel, so I don't think I can migrate, and they don't have space, and there isn't space in the alliance for me. So because one of the criteria was that you would have to have 500 million power. I think that was one of the criteria, and I don't have that. So I am still staying in 55 for this season, but there is supposed to be players migrating today. In fact, right now, as we're into the last, we are past 23:10 now. Whether they're going to go or not, I don't know. But yeah, there was a migration plan for tonight, and I know like that a lot of top alliances were hoping to move from, or top players were hoping to move. I haven't actually checked. I mean, I'm not in the chat directly to find out who what they were planning to do still tonight, to be honest with you. Can't see a lot of accounts there right now. So yeah, I'm currently not going anywhere. I did get another offer from a top state to join them as one of their 5 immigration picks, but I said no this time. Nothing against that state, just I was hoping to do the move with a couple of friends tonight, but that hasn't worked out, as I say. So, well, there's quite a few castles. So yeah, just we'll keep an eye out what's going on in State 90. It's just crazy, all of these extra attachments these days. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out on the chat and see if there's anything going on. I've got too many line chats, to be honest with you. I've heard they moved their migration day, but nowadays everybody is super secretive and kind of paranoid with that, so I can't really assure anything. Well, who knows? Well, if they're going to move it any later, then they're not going to get into the season in time. So, oh, good to see you, James. Thanks for popping in. Hope you're well and you're still enjoying the game, mate. And yeah, I'll catch up with you soon. Have a good weekend. Yeah, I mean, if they have changed their minds, then that's fair enough. I mean, whether they're hoping the devs will change the rules again in the future, I don't know. But we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, I'm still chilling in 55 with all my usual DIC crew around here. So like Rasso is new to the alliance, so we've been merging. So we've got Payne as well joined us. Yeah, so Haskell's that. So where are we up to with the alliance? Yeah, we're up to 25G, so that's not bad, and we've got more people joining. Oh, I'm still overseer. I did have to move. We've got 9 spots left, and I did have to move my Maverick account over into kind of our secondary, well, what used to be our farm alliance. So Mav is in Bow now. So it's just my main and Pond Solo that are still both in DIC, because Pond Solo is a banner castle as well. So hopefully I'll be able to get to play in both of them this coming Eden season, which obviously is, well, it's sign up on Monday, so we'll be on the maps from Monday the 11th of July. I will try and get on there and get the gameplay as much as I can. That's actually Baby Pond's birthday, the 11th of July, so I'm not sure how much I'll be playing that day. It's a bit me and Mrs. Pond have both got the day off on annual leave, so we'll have to wait and see. But I hope to kind of push and get on as much as I can that week commencing the 11th, when we'll all be on the maps. Yeah, I have been pushing, so you can see I am on nearly 455 million in my account now. I have been pushing every troop training day. What am I? Am I still in the top 10 today, actually? Yes, I've done over a G's worth of training today. I'm 8th in my state. Go Muffin, over 5G. Nice work. Yeah, so we've easily beat 216. I don't know how active they're going to be, actually, 216 in KE. I haven't even looked over there, to be honest. Let's have a butcher's. We've got the usual KE rules. We do have a phone truce. We're in gold, so it's not as competitive. What do you guys think about... Oh, I've done 2G today. I'm 28 between the two states. Wow, nice. No pistachios tonight, by the way. I've just got some chili nuts to keep me awake. And some coffee. I've got the big old New York coffee mug. Hey PMZR, how's it going? I'm good. Just had a 2-hour nap before getting up for the live stream. 2:30 in the morning here in the UK. So I'm just going to have a sip of coffee, forgive me. Definitely needed. So yeah, we're going to be... Oh, were they purging or something? Let's... We'll bookmark a couple of people. Well, I'm kind of used to this. You know what I mean? Plus, I'm also used to having a baby in the house who wakes us up at any kind of hour. So even though she's been pretty good actually recently, she does sleep through most nights, waking us up at about 5:30. So I'm sure any of you that are parents are fully aware of what that's like. By the way, these garden... Oh, how much was that? These castles with the garden skin, I mean, I love the fact the devs did a free skin. Like, let's not take it away from them that at least they did a free skin in the anniversary event, right? And it was so easy to get. But... let's be honest, this skin is, I mean, it's not even as nice as the normal skin. I haven't changed my main account. It's still nicer to have the normal skin. I wish they would have kind of done one of the premium skins. That would have been nice. Oh, 162. Of course, there's still basically an hour until KE, so I should really do my scouting off camera, right? I'm not really, it's not exactly the most stealthy thing to do, particularly if 216 are watching. They are moving to S90. Yeah, I mean, that was my expectations, to be honest. Oh, who cares? Whoa, 469. He'll probably be on the move anyway. What state are you up against? Oh, we're up against 216. So, as usual, oh, Raymundo. Emperor with 15 million kills. We are watching Pond. Okay. Fair enough. But go gentle on me. I'm gonna get gangbanged later, aren't I? That is for sure. That's fine. I don't mind. I've got a few troops to kill. Ooh, watch out, Dozer. Hey, Love Mix, how's it going? Thanks for joining. So is everyone excited for the new seasons? Like, we're expecting 185 to 360 to be having wonders again. I think, oh, that's good to know. I think it's really good that we do have the new format of the game. I've tried to kind of chat as much as I can recently, particularly since taking on my ambassador role, in terms of like what people want from the game in terms of gameplay. And a lot of people say variety in Eden. Don't just have, hey Lewis, good to see you. A lot of people don't want to have the same season, exact same season back to like two seasons back to back, because then effectively over a 6 month period you're just doing the same thing. So I hope they'll take that on board, and even if you just do like previously used formats. I mean, I personally wouldn't have an issue if we just went back, if in SX13 in 3 months' time we went back and just did original Eden, where it's more of a free-for-all. I actually really enjoyed those maps. You could get really screwed over if you landed in the wrong section of the map against people that were outside of your coalition. That happened to us certainly one time. We were literally a sandwich between two powerful guilds that were on the opposite coalition to what we were at the time. Even though we've never really directly linked ourselves with a coalition, and that was like really fun times last season. We had a great map, but it just IMS. We were up against IMS 127, and they were just too powerful. I think they had a couple of really strong, more active support guilds on that side of the map, and our map was basically over after 3 weeks. The last 4 weeks of the season were just, working on your honor points, trying to get your spec points up. And it was, pretty boring, to be honest with you. Just completing your seasonal challenges and everything like that. So I hope that this new system of ROC for states 1 to 184, what we've got, Conquer, is I hope it's going to be more exciting. So, 4 factions. People are concerned. I know some people are concerned that there is the potential that if the maps aren't matched well, you could end up still with like one overpowering faction, which has a really strong guild in it because they've got like a super alliance. That is going to be really key. I mean, at the end of the day, that is the other kind of key thing I see people request is fair matchmaking, both in Clash of Province and in the Eden seasons, because Reign of Chaos. Because if you can have an even matched map, no matter what the format is, if it's evenly matched, then that's going to keep you engaged if you have a chance to win until the very last day of the season. And I think that's what we want, right? There you go, PM. Like you're just saying about it, it is all about the matchmaking. We do have, obviously, we've got Battlefield of Honor. They just did today, actually. IMS were up against Boss. IMS won. I didn't, apparently, but if you can get the matchmaking close in Battlefield of Honor, then I hope they could. Obviously, it's more complicated for Eden. You have multiple alliances. Things can change at the last minute, but the other thing is, like, they really shouldn't. I know, like last season, we had 2 alliances from the same state, 120 in it, right? I know. I knew 153 were going to be going to S90. Have they just gone there now? Let's have a look. I don't know whether they're migrating into the mud or. Oh yeah, they are. Here we go. Whoa. So there you go. 153 have just migrated into 90. Yeah. And my emulator cannot handle it. So there you go. We've got Demarcom. Everyone knows Damar. Really good guy. Stefan HK. I've known of Stefan since very early. Did a lot of early work on the heroes for the community, and he used to be in State 54. So we were up against him and others very frequently. There's Taff as well, obviously over a 1G account, very well known in the community. Yeah, loads going on there. Black. A lot of power just moved there by the looks of it. Tatanka, no. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Let's... James B. Lady Gale 2.0. That mud is getting very full already. Hey Dana, good to see you. I'm well, thank you. Bit sleepy here in the UK. It's 25 to 3 in the morning. Whoa! State 748. I think that's the youngest state I've seen on one of my live streams since I've been doing it. My first reign of chaos approaching. I'm at C20 with T7 troops. Any tips or advice? Crawford, why aren't they in alliances? Probably just because they've literally just moved there and they'll need to arrange that. That's why they're not in alliances just yet. They're probably working out who's going into which alliance in 90. Oh, is Venus gone there? There you go. Venus, very active in the community. Is that the Thor? I don't know. There's too many Thors these days. Yeah, so a lot of activity going into 90 at the moment. Right, I'm playing in 764, so that's your new young state. Oh, are you Crawford? I was going to say, you've been around for ages. Dana, so Reign of Chaos. Reign of Chaos, the first season. Well, the most important thing is activity. So particularly on battle days on Tuesday, Thursday and Sundays, you really, if you can get 90 active players for your battle days, and it's important you put in the kind of research in your alliance, you find out when people can fight, so you adjust your truce timer, because you'll have the 3 8-hour blocks of the day and you can choose one of those 8 hours for your truce. So for instance, if most of your players are in Europe, you would have your truce usually between +0 and +8, because that's, for Europeans, that's around 2 or 3 in the morning to about 11 o'clock, 11, 12 in the morning. Generally people are either asleep or at work those times. So quite often states go with, that means you would be battling between +8 and +16 game time. And then really, just you need to try and focus on your specialization, your honor points for your specialization. Will it let me actually when I'm in between? Hey Slavin, good to see you. Just come in state 90. All right. Honor shops closed. Can we get into? Yeah, you can. No, you can't. Not from that way. Yeah, you'll want to make sure that you kind of gain as many honor points as you can to increase your spec levels so that you get more attributes. You want to be increasing your loyalty level as quickly as possible. You just have to be as active as possible. The simple thing with Reign of Chaos is you really need to be as active as possible. In that very first season as well, it's difficult to take poison tiles, so it's all about, you can still, a lot of people can get like 35, 40 spec points from playing a lot, taking a lot of tiles, as many as they can, and generating as much honor points as you can. But yeah, if you're going to be successful, activity in your alliances is all what it's about, basically. Crawford, you've gone to 764 for more punishment, I guess. 177 is up against 153 in KE today. Damo just made a farm as 153 king last week. Looks like IMS will finally have their dream come true to take 153 thrown at least once in their lifetimes. Oh right, so there could be a throwing battle going on there. Yeah, I've been around on your channel for about 2 years or so, but 764 is not my main. I'm just playing for fun. That's fair enough. So from your perspective, which is the strongest state in the game now? Well, if you go by numbers and purely by numbers, 265 has the largest migration rating in the game at around 23, 24G, I think it is. They are not far behind in terms of their hero combinations. That state is going to have, obviously, mostly it's spenders that do these migrations, because you have to buy if you're doing them before your state closes, you have to have migration tickets, as we all know, and that's a spending feature, buying the migration tickets. So let's not kid ourselves, this migration to 265 earlier in the week is going to have been 600 powerful accounts, and probably I would presume, and again I don't know, this is just a presumption on my part, but if you say by next season the devs merge our brackets in terms of the Reign of Chaos groupings even more, particularly in the older states, then if they end up being linked into from states 1 all the way into including 265, then really there would be a good argument to say that 265 is the strongest state in the game now. That would be my kind of point of view on it. While they don't, I mean, Arslan is a pretty good hero. While they're only, I mean, 265, they're only, what were the groupings? It wasn't that far behind, was it? If they're on SX11 heroes next season, yeah, it's going to get very close. But I would say, obviously, with it will depend on. It will depend also on what these new 3 SX12 heroes are like, I think. Oh, okay, Bunker Monkey, they're with us, X11. Yeah, I mean, I think that would be a reasonable assumption, right? To say that 265 is the strongest. Then maybe people are going to disagree with me. That's fine. I mean, 177 in that bracket. I mean, if it's not them, then it's 127, right? Yeah, I mean, 127 are reasonably stronger than the other top states in these brackets. Merkham and Nads have just gone there as well. You know, Merkham's got one of the top accounts in the game, so that's going to strengthen them. Obviously, Merkham and Nance went on this 5 as 2 of the 5 invited castles or accounts, and if the devs are not going to shift in their standpoint of that they're going to keep the migration mechanic that it is a maximum of 300 castles a day, then 265 have got the advantage, haven't they? Because they've done their migration, and they've managed to get their castles, these 600 castles in. So that we have KE against 119. Well, 119 was one of the states that were looking to move to 90. Actually, just that's a good point. So on the immigration ratings, is it in group 2? Yeah, so 90 right now. Let's keep an eye on this, actually, because we're in the middle of this hour at the end of the day. So state 90, province strength 15.6 G. So it's going to be interesting to see where they're at in pretty much 25 minutes time when this timer ends. Of course, don't forget 120 that's Akali's state, which has got obviously some crazy spending going on there, and strength, and 4 or 5 very strong accounts. Is there anything you know about Elite? He's a super spender. I don't know Crawford. Which state's he in? I haven't really come across his name. Yep, they moved there. I hope it doesn't go fully empty. Well, I don't think it'll go fully empty. I've already forgot. Sorry, my brain is mush. I've already forgotten how much State 90's migration. So it was 15.6G, and they're currently ranked 9th. So 15.6G ranked 9th. Let's see what happens with them. Well, 119 is already open as well. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. He's in the 400 to 426 range. Oh, right, okay. No, I don't. The problem is a lot of the chat groups that I'm in are more from the older players in the game. And what I mean by that is probably states 100 to 150 are in these chat groups. I am trying, actually, and this is something I wanted to mention a couple of times on the channel, is I wanted to mention that we are trying, well, I'm trying to get a group together online that does include some of the most significant players that play this game. Now, what I mean by significant is either like it's an R5 of a strong alliance who is very active in the community, or obviously I'm also some of the kind of higher level spenders, I would say as well. I'm interested to hear everyone's thoughts and just I'm trying to make it so that there's one forum outside of the official stuff where people can have a discussion about and hopefully come to a general consensus, even though I appreciate that's very difficult, in terms of what they want from the game. And I'm collating that information into like a list of points, and I will feed that back to the devs. Now, this, I would like to emphasize, this is like a initiative purely off my own back. The devs haven't asked me to do this, and there's absolutely no guarantees that if I give them a list of points about what we think would be good ideas for the game, of course there's no guarantees that they would even implement a single one of those ideas. But I just wanted to do like a different mechanism for giving feedback, because obviously I know we have 146,000 people on the official Discord group now, and there are the suggestion sections in there, but I feel like suggestions kind of get lost. There's hundreds and hundreds of small suggestions that people are going to be reviewing at the devs, but actually are those suggestions the things that we really want looked at? So I'm hoping to kind of collate a list, and then I'm going to do some polls on the channel and try and gauge as a community what are our priorities, what are we wanting. And as I've already touched on in the stream this morning, I know a couple of those things are absolutely fair matchmaking in Reign of Chaos seasons, no matter what state you're in, no matter what type of Reign of Chaos it is. And I also think it's important, people also think it's important in terms of like variety in the game. Rise of Empires is, well, this version of the game is 4 years old. There was actually a kind of earlier version of the game where I think players from states like 1 to 40, might not even be that many states. There were very, very early states in an earlier version of the game, and then they got ported into this new version, which is around 4 years old. Considering a lot of mobile games basically have a shelf life of 12 months, the fact that Rise of Empires is up to 4 years and Last Shelter Survival is up to nearly 5 years, it just shows kind of the draw of these games. I mean, I know we could all quote Fortnite, for instance, as another option, but I've seen data on things like Pokemon Go. 6 years ago, everyone was going mad for Pokemon Go. 45 million user base instilled, and within like 6 months that had dropped to 30 million. Like literally, they'd lost a third of the players in the game in 6 months. So, and we're talking about millions of players. So we don't have that kind of scale in Rise of Empires, obviously, and that's evident from what they've said in that kind of analysis they did and the messaging they said from the anniversary event. If you take it from what they said in the anniversary event, that there were around, what was it, 300,000 players that completed the virtues tasks where you watch those cutscenes. Realistically, you're going to do that in what, your main account and maybe your alt account. So there's probably about 300,000 active kind of main accounts or alt accounts in the game, and then all of us have got a ton of farms, obviously. So there's probably like 2 million accounts in playing the game, but the vast majority of those are probably going to be farms. So yeah, and when I look at like the kind of views that I get on my channel, the kind of interaction we have with on Discord, you know, the fact that there's 146,000 players on Discord and how much they've pushed the Discord group actually in the game, you know, multiple messages about it with the link join Discord, which again I think is a good mechanism for the community. You know, I'm on there, I'm not on there as much as I probably should be, but it's just the time constraints, unfortunately. And the fact that you can get 104 super recruitment tickets if you reach level 100, which would take you a long time, but it's still there. Yeah, I think that's kind of evident to where we are in terms of the community. Oh, Crawford. So yeah, I have actually already made the group. So any of you that are R5s in major alliances, or if you're part of an major alliance in your sector of the game, the range of the game, and you know, you've been talking in your alliances or even in your factions about wanting to have a kind of a forum, a space where you can discuss key issues in the game. If you just search for my line ID, which is just LordOfPondtail, and if you DM me and just explain who you are, what state you're from, I can add you into that group. Currently there are 113 members, and that covers several hundred states. So like I say, I'm afraid I need to be quite concise about this. Like we can't have 5,000 people in a line chat group anyway, and you can't, it wouldn't be productive in that terms. There needs to be you know, it needs to be just the kind of most significant players in your group of states. But everyone is welcome in terms of your state range, whether your state, you know, whatever, what was it you said, Crawford, whether your state 764 or your state 1, everyone obviously is a stakeholder because you play the game, and that's my point of view on it. So I know, for instance, in the earlier stages of the game now, obviously you've got the Dragon Relic event, you've got Reign of Chaos. There's loads of events which require stamina, and people don't have enough stamina to complete all of these events these days as well. So I'm keeping an eye on the time as well, because it's 7 minutes to reset. I always miss that. Yeah, so that's kind of my thoughts. So a lot of talking today, sorry. When do I never not talk a lot, actually? Now, I do want to test. Let's get lost in there. Cav. Rocky, how's it going? Thanks for joining, mate. Right, do I have Ragnar in? No, I don't. So I can pop Ragnar in. So yeah, we'll do some active KE with this Ragnar Cleo Lust combo. Of course, Dragon. We've got Dragon as well. I haven't even touched on Dragon. New element. So no pistachio nuts tonight, Rocky. I've just got chili peanuts to keep me going. It's a ongoing joke that I always get some pistachio nuts for my live streams, but I thought I'd mix it up this time. Let me have another sip of coffee, actually. There we go. Hey Mal, how's it going? So let's just have a look. What are we up to? So yeah, we're going to be able to jump back into 90 in a minute and find out how much that state's immigration rating has moved Do you know what? I'm just going to do another hourly with troop training, I guess. Honestly, these super states is killing free to play. These so-called rogues don't dare to go against them due to they are heavy spenders. What's happening is they're attacking medium group state. Do you agree? The problem is, obviously, when you have this immigration mechanic in the game, and it obviously does benefit spenders, it's designed, you're always going to have a consolidation of power. That's been evident from day one. You know, a new state starts, you've got several thousand accounts, people, I need to be fully awake, yes I know. You need to be kind of fully, in terms of the consolidation of power. The issue with the super states is the fact that obviously they are sucking out a lot of significant power from multiple states at the same time. And that's why the developers want this cap of 300 players, because otherwise you're just going to end up with, say, a dozen super states in the game with several thousand spenders, and all the free-to-play players that used to be playing with them are going to be stuck in their original states. And let's be honest, as soon as you become a state of just free-to-play players or low spenders, which generally is what happened to us in 55 for the last year, you are not going to be that competitive, and you're relying on, in terms of Reign of Chaos with Eden, you're relying on your diplomatic abilities to get in with one of those bigger guilds, or merge so that you can potentially be like a second guild and get some decent rewards. Because again, for free to play, the Reign of Chaos rewards, season rewards, are absolutely key, and that's one of the things I have been pushing and emphasizing to the developers. You know what they did last season for us in the oldest bracket, reducing, we should have had SX11 tickets for our guild development and personal achievements, and obviously they dropped it down to SX8. Now, I think the reason they did that was because they were kind of trying to slow down. I mean, again, I don't have the facts, but I presume that they were trying to do that to slow down growth in the oldest states as they kind of look to merge everyone together in the kind of top 200-300 states, right? Because they've pushed the development of this kind of middle bracket of states. The guys went from SX2 to SX8 in one season. So yeah, I just think that you are right. Like, if you're a free-to-play player, you're in a state and all of a sudden all your spenders go, then you're not going to be kind of, you're going to lose interest in the game, aren't you? If you're not competitive, or you're not able to develop your account significantly because you can't get decent rewards, for instance, in Reign of Chaos, or you can't win that many days of Clash of Province and get those 3 super recruitment tickets every day. For a free-to-play player, that's absolutely key, getting those tickets. And then we have the mechanism of these recruitment banners that are still making us, like, even at SX12, well, actually, let's wait and see what the banners do, but even at SX11, there was still the chance to recruit SX1 to 3 heroes. I mean, you know, I've said it before, in Last Shelter Survival, they have 2 banners each season that have a hero from each season for the last 4 seasons on them. So those banners only have 4 heroes. And for instance, if it was last season, it would have been the SX8, SX9, SX10 and SX11 heroes. If you're a free-to-play player, having that banner, having a mechanism of recruitment like that, where you use, even if you use 100 super recruitment tickets, you're guaranteed to get a hero from the last 4 seasons, which in this kind of instance, if you picked up a ranger from SX8, that's going to be useful. Lust and Hellfire are both very useful heroes from SX9, or you pick up both, you know, a Poison Master or a healer from SX10, both very useful heroes. You know, Arslan and Farah, if you're guaranteed one of those 8 heroes when you recruit, really the only hero that might not be so much use to you is Fortune Teller. But I mean, I would take those odds, right? I would take those odds. Well, now you've seen scenarios. You've seen it with my own recruitment. You're using hundreds of tickets, and what do I end up with? Like, what do we all end up with? We end up with like a copy of Defender, our 29th copy of Cicero, like, and you're spending weeks and weeks and weeks accumulating your super recruitment tickets, and then you end up with a hero that is of absolutely no use to you, and that is completely demoralizing. So I really hope they're going to either get rid of the like SX1 and SX2 heroes out of these hero banners, or go even further and like replicate what I've just suggested in terms of what they do in LSS. But we'll just have to wait and see. Sorry, I'm just going to blow my nose. You will get Datch. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Bunker Monkey Devs just made an adjustment. Well, they have made an adjustment on the SX rewards. I've shown that you can't get SX2 heroes, but whether they do that in the recruitment, let's wait and see. Unless you're doing recruitment bunker in your state already, I'd be interested to know. And of course, I don't have an account in this middle bracket of states who got this whole bunch of heroes all in one go. That's the other thing that people have been complaining about, is obviously, COP adjustment. Okay. Oh, I haven't got that message. Let's just do some tickets. Oh, I didn't have a free one. There it is. Someone just got Beast Queen in their free ticket. Come on. Timson got Divine Arrow. Unlucky Timson. That would be my other point as well. Maybe, just make heroes more obtainable, full stop. Like, in the Honor Shop, you'll remember we have S1 to S4 where you can get the guaranteed hero for 300,000 Honor coins. Why not do that for the later seasons now? Like, not necessarily obviously the newest seasons, but go up to like SX6 for those of us in SX12 this season. Why can't we get a specific hero for, even if it's 400,000 Honor coins, give someone the option to get the hero guaranteed. If I'm a free-to-play player, I need one more copy of Warden or Warhammer to be able to, awaken them, and I've already unlocked their 8th skill, for instance. And so they'll have 7 skills. Am I going to spend 400,000 Honor coins to get that hero? Almost certainly yes. Or even just the fact the mechanism's available, What's up, Smash? Time for me to smash? No way. Yeah. Hey, Jordan, how's it going? I mean, that's the other point, isn't it? They've added in... They've added in this mechanism for training troops on Saturdays, and then and don't forget as well, the points you get on a Saturday for training troops is less than if you're doing it on a Friday or a Sunday, right? So you do actually have to consume more speed ups, more gems to get your 9 chests. And a lot of people complaining that people are just, for instance, if you're up against a young state, they can purely just train and win the day. Well, for us in older states, Saturday was one of the few days we could win. Because obviously if you think about Tuesday, building day, most of us, I've had my buildings finished for months and months and months. We're not going to generate points just from recycling gold gathering gear. Wednesday is research day. Again, younger states more likely to have more research to do, or research that doesn't just need war badges, for instance. Oh, I need that coffee. So, oh, here we go. Right, after evaluating the overall strength of the provinces, the Imperium administration decided to make the following adjustments to Clash of Province starting July 4th to ensure a better combat experience. So states 1 to 360, 361 to 456, 457 to 552, 53 to 632, and then 633, 695, 696, 759. After the adjustment, provinces will only meet the provinces in the same group in matchmaking. Finally, I mean, this is definitely one thing we've been talking about for a long time. So, I didn't know this was happening either. I really need to talk to my contact, who's supposed to be giving me a little bit of heads up about some things. What do you think, guys? I personally think that's really good. 1 to 360, so that is basically you're guaranteed. Well, and we will be as well. You're guaranteed to come up a state that, worst case scenario, they've still got SX10 heroes, and I think those other states aren't you basically the same. So that is a big change from the disparities we've been having previously. So yeah, that's good from my point of view. All right, 23 minutes. Yeah, I think us in 413 will still lose every cop, but it's okay. Oh, Crawford. Stay positive, buddy. Stay positive. I mean, that is something that I mean, look, we all complain, myself included, about a lot of things. But, hey, Christine, but this grouping, yeah, I know, like, this is really good, but only problem will be super states. But at least now we all know where we stand. I think this is at least a fairer gameplay mechanic, right? And this is one of the key things I think we all agree on as players. We want a fair gaming environment, and it's not perfect. And Clash of Province was definitely one of the issues. So the fact that they have done these groupings, yeah, I mean, this is a really good thing, and hopefully going forward that's going to encourage people as well. We have been chatting about oh, thank you, Kristen, that's really kind of you. You know I love doing this channel. Oh, we've got more purchases event going on as well. So purchase 8,000 gems today to get a larger chest every day. You get 5,000 Super Dragonite, 3,000 war badges, 8,000 gems though. What's that, like $50? I won't be doing that. 296 to 360 is included in the old bracket. We are not in the same migration group. Yeah, true. Hey MK, good to see you. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Just waiting for KE to happen, and we're waiting for state 90's immigration rating to change. Literally, it's 9 minutes past the hour, so it's going to happen very soon. Let's have a check. So let's have a look at this absolute chaos in the mud. There we go, there's Jeezy. Who's been in I think he's been in 2 or 3 states now. So RWU basically from 153 have migrated to 90. The majority of that alliance has. I know this has been something they've been planning actually for a few months. I'll go back to go home to bookmark some fat fish. Nice. PR. Let's go back into the mud if my emulator allows. So yeah, anyone, they were going to have to have done this migration basically by now. It's 10 minutes past the hour, so the migration rating should be resetting any second. So we do have the formation of another super state going on here. This is what we're seeing. Oh yeah, Destiny clause as well. So this account was in state 54 as well originally. So, and I think has been in 46, and now they've obviously moved again quite a few times. What if I lose connection while playing KE? You need to get your connection pretty quickly again, basically. So let's have a look and see. Well, if you lose connection, obviously the game's still live, so if you're not shielded, good luck with that. Whoa, what? There you go. 25.5 G. So pretty much an increase of 10 G. 232. Hey Crespo. Yeah, I think it's farm killing, but the highest killing I saw in 291. Oh really? So there we go. So to put that into perspective, in immigration groupings 1, 2 and 3, currently the biggest state was 127 with 21.5 G. State 90 has gonna overtake them. The list hasn't refreshed yet, but they are now the top ranked and 25.5 G. It's okay, I lose connection a lot as well. That's why I'm 60 million power. You guys need to get better connections. What skins do I have? I have no skins other than the free skin, and that was available. And I only, in terms of pendants and everything else, I just have the little fluffy pooping cloud. Look at him, he's so happy with his pooping. That's the only kind of thing that I spent money on, and wasn't it like it was like $10 or something, so I couldn't resist basically. And this is a sad moment because Nafina, Rocky, Via and Robin were all like guys that I've played with. Well, Robin I've literally played with almost since day one, and these guys have moved to 90, and Rocky and Nafina have been R4s or R5s and been a key part of our alliance. Well, yes, since we all kind of moved to State 55 2.5 years ago. So, yeah, unfortunately I can't move, but because I'm in Heroes Duel is my understanding, I shouldn't have signed up for Heroes Duel. And I was hoping to move, but I also found I was literally, because I didn't quite meet the criteria in terms of power, I was basically 100 from the list to be in this new T90 alliance, and then one of the top accounts in the game became available. I think someone bought it, and that account took my space. So I could have migrated to 90, but then I wouldn't have been in one of the top alliances, and I would have been with a load of people that I don't know. So I made the decision to stay here for now. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm hoping that I'll have an opportunity to migrate to 90 next season if I can be one of the 5 invites. But of course, you know, as it's going to be a top state, that's going to be very, very difficult. So yeah, that was, I don't know Latin, that was just the criteria that was told to me by my friends. So I'm still in 55. It's fine. To be honest with you, we've got this like new leaf of life in 55 with all the 56 players joining us. We are going to be a lot more competitive because of that, and definitely DIC Alliance. You know, there is a lot more active players. We potentially are going to have a really active alliance going into Eden. So you can still move even in Heroes Duel. Wow. Okay, so someone. I'm glad that's clarified because someone told me different. It's going to be interesting, isn't it? Like, let's see in Legendary. This is the other thing. Like, Legendary groups are going to be fun in COP, right? We're going to see things like 265 go up against 90, hopefully. So let's see what happens. Eden's going to be rough for you. It's rough for 413 every season, so don't worry. Well, again, it depends on how the cookie crumbles in terms of the matchmaking, and how this mechanic works out. I mean, hopefully, you know, we don't end up at like in 4th place on the map, for instance. So 12 minutes until KE. Might as well take my shield off, actually. Let's just do that. Oh, Razor as well. I've played with Razor for a long time, and now she's gone over to ASV, which is a 56 alliance. Is 62 powerful? I won't be able to, Lordo. It's too late. The migration rating's upgraded, and it's not going to let me move. Plus, I wouldn't want to just disappear from 55 completely out of the blue like that, because I played with these guys for like, you know, 2.5. Some of these guys I played with literally from very early in the game since day 1. So there'll be other opportunities for me. I'm sure there will be. Oh, don't worry about it. And I've still got lots of friends here in 55 as well, that I've played with a long time. So I was really in 2 minds about what to do. Is 62 powerful? Oh yeah, let's go to migration rating. 1. Well, not. It's 13.2 G. It's not bad, but I mean, state 55, we're back up to 10 G. I mean, I think we were on 6 G the other day. So if you consider they're only 3 G higher than us, I wouldn't say 60. 62 did used to be a pretty powerful state, but a lot of players moved from there a long time ago. So, wait, Pond, have you bought migration tickets for your other castles? Yeah, so I don't have migration tickets for my other castles. I don't have the funds to do that. So I literally, if I did ever migrate, it'll only be my main account. All my other accounts are going to be in 55 forever now because their migration ratings are too high. 153 dropped from 16 to 11G. Well, there you go. That's crazy. Right, I definitely need to finish this coffee. It's over an hour old. $39G on training day. What the? Okay, that's insane. 39G, that's like, don't you have to have used like 6 million gems on speed ups for that amount? If you've got the resources to do that as well. I can't remember seeing anyone. Our MVP did over 50G. Oh my gosh. Latin, what state are you in? That's insane. 50. How are we doing for time? 10-minute countdown. Let's oh yeah, my attack and defense is active. I'll need to do my increased clash of province. Oh, okay, you're in 127. Right, that makes sense now. Pond, please give a shout to everyone that you will kick them from the room if they don't have DM. What, DM gear? No, I would never kick anyone. I'm an inclusive influencer. Well, I like to think I'm an inclusive YouTuber. I hope you guys think so. Wow, crazy times. Nafina, who has just moved over to 90, is also in her account in 55. Someone tell Pond not to stream this KE. This will be boring. Well, I'm already streaming, so too late, Berserk. Let's see if we're going to have some targets. Oh no. He's not there anymore. That person, oh. Oh, that's 317's thrown. That's not going to help me, is it? Oh, this guy is... Oh, this is going to be boring, isn't it? Never mind. We have 3 new heroes for SX12. Yes, we do. Hell is over 75G and 90 since he moved. Okay. What? I have 4 green farmer gear sets. Epic. Oh, Hulk, you're in 265. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be busy next week assessing 3 heroes. Yeah, crazy. Again, really surprised the devs did that, but well, it did come as a surprise to me. So there might not actually be any KE against 216 because hardly any of them are unshielded. Like, that's a farm and they've pillaged it. And my connection is always painfully slow, so because I'm playing on the emulator. So one day I will work out how to do. You can obviously just link the phone onto the emulator and then onto my recording software. I need to know how to do that, to be honest. 544 has frame fight with 373. Is that with... Ooh. How are we doing? 6 minutes. What's up, Zora? Thanks for the shout. Oh yeah, they're prepped. Okay, well, let's bookmark. We'll keep an eye on that then for later. We've got 5 minutes till KE for the rest of us, so hope you're getting ready for KE, guys. Have I nearly finished my coffee? Oh, I have finished my coffee, thank God. Okay. Has the immigration rating updated yet? There we go. So another super state is made, guys, in Rise of Empires, and I think it would have even been bigger than that. I'd be interested to know how many accounts have moved there, because for it to increase in strength by that much for only 300 accounts to move, I'm surprised. I haven't seen any. Let's see if there's anything in the chat. No. Don't know. Well, if they were planning on an even bigger migration than they did, then that would have been absolutely insane. Four minutes until KE. Shielded. That's got to be one of the strongest accounts in the state. 216 as well. You guys are not in the same bracket as us, so you're behind in hero terms. So I don't blame you guys. And I think you've got less activity as well. Or 216 have got less activity, I'm guessing. I'm frantically looking for some more targets now. I mean, to be honest, if I'm not streaming, I don't do KE anyway, because it's middle of the night for me here in the UK, and I'm often having to. This guy is now shielded as well. Wow. This is going to be. 216 is only 4G in migration power. Oh wow. So you guys are on the edge. Like, currently the limit is the lower level is 3G before you get chucked. So I'm not surprised. All right. Well, let's activate a boost anyway. And we'll see if anything happens. This could be literally absolutely nothing might happen in 2 minutes, in 90 seconds time, but never mind. I wish it would be good for province immigration if you can, because you can't just search for any province, can you? That's the problem. It would be good if you could actually see every province. Oh, my immigration rating's 52 million now. I don't know if that's good or not. Who's got the highest immigration rating, guys? Some of you must have got more than 52. Surely. Literally 1 minute to go. Oh wow. I think you're going to be moving soon, Crawford. I would expect that the devs will look to merge you guys. At least people were getting a couple of options I saw this time. I think that on the first set of closures, oh no, you get the option, don't you? 1 or 2 options. And if you don't move, then the devs just dump you. Oh, 64.1 for Dicey. So let's 55.6. Oh, you guys are both beating me. Rubbish. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Come on, emulator. He's not going to be there when I get. By the time I've. teleported there, is he? Oh yeah. Oh, it did get some points. Three. And he's gone. Oh. Hulk 61, nice. Ken has attacked. Oh, C20. How many points have I got actually? 156 million. Okay, that's not a bad start. Potential to trade later in the day. Unless I can find someone. Look at that. That's like 5 castles swarming over at C24. I hope you guys are all having more fun KEs than me. This is painful. I'm going to have to try and get lucky. Plenty in your state higher than you. Well, yeah, I'm not surprised, Hulk, to be honest. I don't know what the highest highest immigration rating is, to be honest. Do I want to attack as a C19? I don't really want to, do I? Only one from state 119 is defending his state currently. Oh, really? That sucks. Am I going to get lucky with some secondary hits? Because no one from 216 is fighting, so there's no active KE going on here. It's just accounts from 55 hitting static unshielded accounts in 216 because they're not shielded. Let's see if there's anything in the corners. Oh, C18, come on. Obviously, I'll shield up in a bit and we'll do the usual roundup around the states. If there's any action going on, give me a shout. Am I going to get lucky and find something out here? Doesn't look like it, does it? We actually, it's typical. The other 2 weeks when we had decent KE, I well, 2 weeks ago I was working, literally at this time in the morning, and then last week it was Mrs. Pond's birthday. So obviously I like to have all of my limbs still attached to my body, so I wasn't going to stay up until 6 o'clock in the morning on her birthday doing a live stream and then have to sleep in so that she would have to wait for her gifts. Not to mention, obviously, she would have had to have got baby Pond up on her birthday, so which wouldn't have gone down well. So yeah, I couldn't stream on the previous 2 weekends in this round. Hopefully schedules will work better going forward, and so it looks like 216 purges, right? Because that was a C19 farm and that had been hit, and it didn't look like it had just been hit. It looked like it was recovering. Oh, I've just signed Royal Prestige again, apparently, which is fine. This month I'll be getting my third set of DG gear as well, so that's taking me, it's basically taking me 6 months to with Royal Prestige, it's taken me 6 months to acquire enough DG, and I am not doing it the gambling way because I use all my gems on you need to be able to gamble up your DG gear, which takes less Super Dragonite, but it takes gems, and you need about, I think it's 2 million gems, isn't it? So I don't do that because I need my gems for VIP points to get my super tickets, and also for training, for speed ups on training. So that's why. Oh, who's Shami attacking? $21. Cool, this really is tough times. Oh, shielded. Wow. That's mad, isn't it? 46G and T90 has 47G. That's crazy strong. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, I wouldn't want to be up against 90 next season in our bracket. God. Let's hope. It's going to be interesting. I really hope as well they do the announcements like they did last season, where they showed all the map groupings before we actually started. I think that was a nice touch, and I'd like to do that again. 265 in silver. Oh yeah, because they just did a mass migration, didn't they? Well, they're all going to have to train this week for KE. No doubt about it. God, I'm gonna have to. This is like, what's the score? I'm ranked 5th. Wow, I got lucky with that tag, with that bookmark, basically. Still, 8th chess is doable. I mean, I can always train for the rest of my points, dare I say it. My main is in the mud and my alts are at. Hey Pond, Dame from Free Fate 2, would you mind checking my castles out? Yeah, we'll go there, Dame, in a minute, no worries. .3G versus 1.6G. ASL's got nearly a G of points. He must have lucked out there. Who did he hit? Unless he's unshielded in 55 and he's getting hammered. So maybe he didn't luck out. Oh. 1.1 million power. That's going to have literally nothing in it. I'm not going to. Oh, picked up some resources though from those castle attacks. I didn't have 19 million lumber earlier. Yeah, we have a buy this week. We'll be back in Legends soon enough. No doubt. Well, I'm only going to persevere with this for another couple of minutes because there's already ruined castles on the edge, right? So others are doing exactly what I'm doing, which is the good old desperate scan to find another castle that's already been zeroed, high value castle that's been zeroed, so you can tack it again and finish off your points. Oh. Let's see if I get lucky. No, nothing in there. Should have known. C25 only 4 million power. We also have a buy state 56 migrated to your state, and we don't have any KE this weekend. Oh, right. I mean, I'm guessing anyone that's playing in 216, they're not going to be, if they're playing KE, they're going to have just played to get their chests and then they're going to shield up, because otherwise, obviously, we're way more active than them. They're not going to stand a chance if they're trying to do KE in our state. They're just going to get GB'd. I hope as well with this change to the groupings of Clash of Province that we will end up with less states with bye weeks, because I'm sure I've seen screenshots of like some groups where there were like 3 states, which it was only like 5 states in the group of 8, and then loads of people were ending up with bye weeks. And I mean, that's, well, you get, obviously it's good for tickets, but it's not very good for enjoyment in terms of action. Well, what's Ares attacking? Oh. Okay, this is. I think I've done this. I think I'm just going to settle for my 8 boxes right now, and we will pop back to 55. Even though I don't want to go there. Let me go up here. Oh, ASL has been doing KE. Let's pop myself back there. Okay, and then we'll go and check out Dame, and we'll also check out that frame battle in, what was it, 554 or whatever. Oh, I've dropped a nut. Let's just refresh. Okay, I'm gonna leave myself unshielded. So if anyone from 216 wants to have a pop, I'm down for that. Just to get my points basically. Let's add another 30 minutes on. Okay, so pond 332. 600. Oh, there you are, Dane. Oh, and you've got the skin from the Star event. I should have done that really. Hey AG, how's it going? I should have done that event. I could have got this. I could have got this skin as well, and it's actually quite. I think it's a nice looking skin. I've seen loads of people have done it. It was a good option for small spenders. Even the skin this week as well. Like, is it still on there? Yeah, Castle of the King. It's a permanent skin. It's a $50 pack. Okay, $50 is probably towards the top end of a smaller, medium spender's budget. I mean, I personally, I wouldn't even do it, to be honest with you, with my budget, but because I want to spend it on Royal Prestige and Reign of Chaos stuff. But it's not a bad option, and same for, you know, Guardian of Legacies. For Allegiant, for marching decoration, $20. You get an extra 1% on your tactical might. That's not to be shirked at. These are okay. Yeah, it's all right. Then where's your, and your alts are 62571. Oh, here we go. So 153, 300 million kills on your alt. That's not bad. And Dame Solo. You've copied my. So, well, fair enough. I claim copyright. No, I don't really. Solo's not even my account. I took it over from a friend many, well, like years ago now. Yeah, send me, where are you in 363? Oh, okay. Let's go to 363. Where you at? Oh, nice. Hey Darwin, how's it going? 750. Ooh, very new. Hope you're doing well and enjoying your KE weekend. And look at my Emperor of the Kills. Oh, where are they? Ashbourne. 3.7G. Whoa. This guy's been busy. Nice. Well, you're nearly up to a G of kills. You've got more than me. What do you think of this, of the Diablo skin? I think the design is cool, like all this kind of reflective ring around it and stuff. Frame for now, 30 million free to go. Crazy. Right, let's go, and now let's go and check out 544. So are these guys attacking? Do you know what? I need to kind of keep an eye on what's going on in 55. Let's see if I can actually get a bit of active KE going. I know I'm in the same bracket as 363. What do you think of 666 trying to be a super state? Well, the problem is with such younger states, you know, I've seen a lot of this. Like, people are trying to, oh dear, Wagner, at all levels, right? People are trying to hit trying to create super states. Like, they tried it in 500, 600, 666. It's all relative. It's going to happen. People are competitive. People want to be the strongest, and they want to do that by any mechanism possible. So, yeah, it's just one of those things. The problem is, it's always difficult to maintain that, particularly in a new state when you've got a lot of new players who, if it's older players that are specifically starting accounts there, then you're going to have like differing perceptions from the new players and the old players, right? What they actually want from the state. You're still going to have differences of opinion. There's no guarantee actually that state is going to prosper. So, you know, I kind of find people trying to make almost organic states, it can be difficult. Crawford, 700 is big, have 3 alliances, all top 3 on the rock board. Wow. I mean, will we get to state 1000? That's what I want. I guess there is a chance that we will. If the game stays open for another year, I think we probably will get to state 1000 because people are still joining the game, despite these ridiculous Facebook ads, which still are showing Age of Empires footage. But anyway, that's less said about that, the better, really. Whoa, 9 million. Didn't have any top combos though. It's so quiet. .666 has 8 alliances on the top 10 of Reign of Chaos 2 and 3. Oh, sorry, and 3 out of 12 to 14. Oh, really? That is mad. But that's only out of what, 8 states, isn't it? So if there has been a concerted effort, might as well just take these guys. If there has been a concerted effort to make a super state compared to the other states in their bracket, then I'm not really that surprised so early in the game. Once they get to Eden, obviously, then it'll be a different kettle of fish. But it sounds like they're still pretty strong, right? How's everyone finding the White Crow and the new mechanics with the Red Dragon? I mean, obviously they have released packs for the Red Dragon now this week as well. That was always inevitable, but if you're active and you play Battlefield of Honor, you do your White Crow tasks 3 times a day, you can upgrade your dragon pretty quickly. I don't think it's I'm not really too concerned about that side of things. It's the fact that obviously spenders can spend $100 a month and they'll get dragons for every legion. That's where you're going to get the disparity again, unfortunately. It could have been worse, but obviously it would have been nice to have a gameplay mechanic where maybe they didn't put in an element of spending. But I mean, let's be honest, that's not a realistic expectation. One thing is, obviously it does make the battle videos even longer because you have the dragons attacking on rounds 2, 4, 6 and 8, and the animations for it take 3 hits, right, rather than they just do their attack and all 3 legions lose power, HP. Sorry, not power. They lose HP in one go. That would have been a good way to do it. But At least it's something different into the actual battle mechanics. I think we probably needed that. I still wish they would actually update the battle videos so that the footage more accurately depicted like all the CCing going on. Yeah, I mean, I agree, Darwin. I think it's going to be hopefully a reasonably level playing field, the dragon element, except for when you multiply your dragons, of course. But maybe again, like, if Warhammer reflects the damage the dragons does, the game crashes. Oh, really? Yeah, I hope they fix that bug then. Evado, hi Pond, how is State 90? Well, unfortunately, I'm not in State 90. I'll be honest, I was very close to going to State 90, but I didn't, and because there wasn't a space for me in the T90 Alliance there, so where my friends were going, and I didn't want to just be in one of the random alliances there. So I have held off. Hopefully, I still have lots of friends in 55, so there is the potential that I might go there in the future if I'm lucky enough to be offered one of their slots. Obviously, at the end of this season, with them being one of the top states, then the 5 invite slots are going to be highly contested. So we'll just have to wait and see. Maybe there's going to be. Hopefully I'll have some options. But yeah, 90. They're now the biggest. I think they're pretty much, well, they are in the oldest brackets. They are the strongest state in the game now. So multiple states have moved there. Like I say, 5 of the strongest players from my state. There's basically a massive section of 153 players that have gone there, like 5 G's worth of 153 players. As you can see, RWE are there. Two of the top alliances, I think, from up 153 have gone there. Was it 119 as well? I think some players have gone from there. So there's a lot of well-known players in the community that are now in 90. Basically, they've gone from 0 to hero. If you're a normal player in 90 and you didn't know what was going on, your PC is going to be way busier than normal. Whoa, there we go. Rabbi has got the rainbow wings. There they are. Do you think the Diablo wings will go up to buy in a pack? It was taken by 27 Fireworks last second. Oh. They potentially will, but I mean, if you're one of those 10 players that spent all that money to get the wings, I don't know. Oh, right. Melus, yeah. Mal, I hope some dev hear my suggestion that King and Top Alliance Mutual agree with R4 of Alliance or some kind of way to kick out a player option from state. Is this because of rogues, right? I'm guessing you're talking because of rogues. Or, for example, if I have a 5 million Legion with all the skins and perks and someone has 3.5 million, and if the free-to-play is active on a challenge that is not buyable, that person gets 10% more, and that activity could be monthly or weekly. The free-to-play can catch up with the 5 million player, unless, and I hope that pay-to-play also do the activity. Pond in 764, there's a super spender. He already gets 1G plus a day in COP. Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean... Oh, did you? 11th. That is a killer. Yeah. By the way, no one, come on. If anyone from 216 wants to take a hit, pop at me. You're free to go. Look, rogue players is an issue that affects almost all of us at one point or other in the game. There's no perfect solution to that, is there? Oh, his state. Okay, let's go and have a look. Yeah, there's no perfect solution, is there, guys? The problem for the devs is they have to consider as well, when you make a request like that, that a king can potentially, or a committee almost can kick out. Oh, it's got to be this guy, right? Nearly 20 million power already. Oh, how many farms? Wow. It's going, good going. What's that, 16 farms or something? 15 farms, C15 farms, nice. How old is this state? Can't be that old. It can only be, what, a couple of weeks old. Yeah, I mean, this is always the issues they have. They have to consider, and I know they don't always do this, but they do have to consider, can a gameplay mechanic be abused, right? 764 isn't even in rock yet. Yeah, so they're going to be a month old or something like that. I don't know. It's difficult. Rogue players are a difficult situation for everyone, really. Oh, we already... Are people already exchanging? Yes, they are. Oh, Muffin's up. Or maybe he just put his account there already. See, this guy, he's got a decent account, and not even doing KE. I'm a medium spender. I'm okay if someone is 3 times more powerful by being active or by money, but at least the reward should be more rewarding for everyone and bad for the inactive player. Darwin, I completely agree with you on that. I mean, that is one thing I have I have beat the drum about so many times, is that, you know, if there should be events which reward players for being active, and like you say, specifically just even better rewards. For instance, Alliance Cup. Now, Alliance Cup, I'm sure you'll agree, Darwin, like Alliance Cup for even like a small spender, if you're only going to spend like $30, well, say if you want to spend $40 a month on this game, you're probably going to get Royal Prestige, because you can get your Super Dragonite that way, or obviously if you're earlier in the game you can get Courage Medals. It's not worth getting the War Badges, it's not such a good deal. And then you would want to get Alliance Cup, because obviously, particularly if you end up being in the higher levels of Alliance Cup, you can generate a lot of War Badges from the rewards. And that is literally, that's how I've been able to progress my technology more recently, is because of Alliance Cup, and it is a great idea. But free-to-play players with the Alliance Cup rewards get hardly anything, like in terms of War Badges. And I just think, like, why are they only giving a few hundred War Badges in the rewards? What's the harm? If you're a free-to-play player, what's the harm in, like, giving a higher level of rewards? Because, or making it like the points required more difficult, so that it rewards people for being active. That's what I would say. So yeah, I do agree in terms of that, Darwin. Like, or even just having, you know, you could have a simple gameplay mechanic in terms of like being logged in, and I'm sure they could work it out how to do it. Like being an activity tracker in the game, and like if you play X amount of hours, you get a reward, for instance, periodically, whether it's a monthly reward or something like that. I don't know. That could be an option, right? So, yeah, who knows whether they will implement anything like that. Jacob, hello. Do you know about the free 8K Super Dragonite? Whenever you disassemble 4 orange Dragonite pieces and craft a gold Dragonite piece instead of combining the 4 orange pieces. I have heard something about that, but I haven't done it personally, so I don't know. I wouldn't comment on it directly. I'm sure other people in the chat will know as well. In all honesty, I don't do KE either. I trade, but go crazy in Eden. I started Eden with £500 million, now 218 million. Yeah, exactly, Darwin. I mean, that is what really that is what I find really depressing as well, is when like you get to the end of these rewards on the challenges and people get and the free to play players get 2 super recruitment tickets. I mean, or they get resources, like a few 100,000 resources. I cannot believe we're still getting events where you only get a few 100,000 resources when most experienced players have got multiple G's worth of resources. If I'm Benefit Center is a key example of this, right? This exchange shop the last couple of weeks, I think it has been good in terms of you can get 10 super recruitment tickets, right? Now a lot of people are saying, well, wait until recruitment. Cheers, Crawford. Have a good night, mate. Have a good weekend. A lot of people are saying, oh well, when we come to recruitment, they're kind of going to reduce the chances of pulling the hero because they're giving more tickets. Maybe, but that's a bit of a cynical view. We don't know yet. But it has been good that they are increasing the super recruitment tickets here. Same with Hero XP. But look at this. Yeah, but 200,000 Hero XP, it takes tens of millions of XP to max a hero. 92 million, I think it is. And wisdom medals, 15. Come on, why not make it 150? It's so difficult when you're accumulating loads. It is so difficult. But yeah, I can spend one of my tokens on 240,000 iron. I mean, come on. These should be at least 10 times the amounts. They should be millions. It should be 5 million lumber. It should be 2.4 million iron at least. And then hours, at least 3. That's all okay, I guess. But again, I think there should be more mechanisms for getting speed ups, even though I know you can get them in the Alliance store, obviously. 3 years and a few £1,000s spent in the game. I strongly recommend all of you, especially the new players, to delete this game. It is a pure pay to win game. Well, it certainly has become more of a pay to win game in the last 6 months. There's no denying that, and I've already commented on that. And at the end of the day, whether people want to continue or not, that's entirely up to them, isn't it? And how the game develops in the coming months, unfortunately, I can't see there being any changes in the way that they've monetized the game. I think we're still going to get potentially a premium hero, like another Arthur this season, maybe midway through the season. Again, I don't know this information. It's my best guess. And obviously we're just getting bombarded with skins and pendants and Legion skins, castle skins, pendants, Legion skins, wings, all that kind of stuff. Monthly dragon spend, it has gone from being, before the last 6 months, as a free-to-play player, if you were smart and you grafted and you were active and you had farms and stuff, you could stay reasonably competitive. But the disparities between even just a normal spender and free to play now is just, it's too great. And if you're brand new to the game and you're like in state 764 and your Emperor is getting every skin that comes out each week and everything, then you're going to see those disparities way quicker in your gaming experience than those of us that did in the older stages. So Pond, I've been playing a lot of games, but the greed of this developers is like I've never seen. Yeah, I mean, look, I've been playing video games since I was about 5 years old. And, you know, back then, well, for the first, 20 years that I played video games, there was no in-game purchasing. You spent, here in the UK, £40, £50 on a game, and that was it. That was your expenditure, and then you got to play the game as much as you wanted. And like, for instance, if you're playing a game like FIFA, you could get very good value out of that because you could literally play it for hundreds and hundreds of hours. Same with games like GoldenEye or Final Fantasy, you know, you name it. There are lots of Gran Turismo, all these kind of games, Halo, you could get a lot of enjoyment from it. Recent years, things like FIFA, Ultimate Team, you know, again, massively kind of centralizes on play to play and like purchasing FIFA points. You pay for your packs and you have a chance to get like Player of the Week or whatever. To be honest, that's no different. That kind of boxed event is no different to what we experience in Row with you know, these lucky wheels or when a new castle skin comes out and you've got a percentage chance of getting it. Like, Longtech are not the first developer to do that, but I do agree that like the last 4 or 5 months, you know, this level, particularly of what we saw in the anniversary event, I mean, you know, when I saw it, you needed 4 million gems to get the rainbow wings. I just thought, that is crazy. You know, it was crazy, and I didn't feel like the rest of the rewards were that good either, considering the investment. So I don't know, it's a unique situation, isn't it? Like, we've had the pandemic in the last 2 years. Video games as an industry benefited massively from that because, you know, vast proportions of the globe weren't able to go out and spend their disposable income. Everyone was sitting at home. Everyone did have more disposable income. Well, most people had more disposable income. What were you going to spend that money on? Well, a lot of people played video games like Row. So, you know, there is the opportunity for the developers. I think if the developers are going down this road and they're going to keep up this high level of monetization, all it's going to do is we're going to see more and more players leave the game, and at the end of the day, that just means that the level of active players is going to drop quicker, and Rise of Empires as a game will die off quicker, which is a real shame. I mean, I've loved playing this game the last 3 years, and I've loved doing the channel, and I've loved the thing I've most loved is the friends and the community in the game, because there are thousands of great people that play this game. But ultimately, if people stop playing it, then we're all just going to move on to another game, right? And I'll have to move on to another game at some point. But for now, it's the 2nd of July. You know, I'm definitely committed. Me personally, I'm definitely committed for playing the game for the rest of 2022, and then we'll have to see, make a judgment call, and I'm sure everyone individually can make their own judgment calls about whether they want to keep playing the game or not. That's everyone's individual choice, isn't it, at the end of the day? So, and some people are banging that drum more than others, and everyone is entitled to their opinion. So, like you say, I don't disagree that there is such a high level of monetization in the game. In fact, that's one of the key things I've stated to the developers, that, you know, you've gone from releasing one skin every month to multiple elements of like decoration the permanent attributes, all of this kind of stuff. So I do miss the game. I was in S19. I quit about 6 months ago. Yeah, I mean, I think most of us play the game more for what the devs got nailed on was that they made the game so that it was and that Long Tech do claim this, it's on their website. They claim to specialize in games where they focus on that social environment, that is a key element to the game. And you can't deny, well, I don't think many people will deny that in terms of the social side, in terms of chats and collaborative gameplay, the way that those mechanics have worked in the game have worked really well. And that's basically what's kept a lot of us in it, right? I met my soon-to-be wife on row in state 231. What? Joel, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Awesome. Well, congratulations. When are you getting married, Joel? Sorry, Darren, I didn't read your comment on Call of Duty. On Call of Duty, all your and of course the big spenders get the big packs for 40%, 50% less than the rest of the players. Not mentioning the players who are supported by devs to increase competition. I honestly don't know. I'm not aware of players being supported by the devs. I'm not personally aware of it, but I don't know. I've not seen that, but I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm just saying I haven't been made aware of it myself. Call of Duty, you don't see those perks now. Only the look of the player is awesome, but he or she is not better than me because of a pay perk, pure skills. Yeah, true. Later this year. Awesome, mate. Wow, that is crazy. By the way, you're the one I've been learning about the game since the early days. Much respect for what you do and always stay true, mate. Thanks, man. I mean, I already did my comment video. I've already done a couple of videos about my ambassador role, and I knew that some people would, look at it in a negative way. And I make no bones about it, and I've said this multiple times. In my channel, I've never, I try, my aim is to try to improve the experience of the game for the whole community. Do I think that every single video I make, am I going to get 100% likes? Am I going to get only positive comments in the comment section? No way do I think that. Like, I totally appreciate that you cannot please everyone as a content provider, just as an individual in how I do my channel. I appreciate, like, I'm not cracking jokes every few minutes. I'm not the funniest person in the world at all. Yeah, exactly. I've never done content to chase likes. Like, have you seen how many comments on my 450 plus videos where people go, you talk too much, you talk too much, you talk too much? I've always gone into depth and wanted to talk on my videos, and people gave me feedback like, oh, I waited 20 minutes to find out what I wanted to do. So I took that feedback on board. Now I do timestamps in all of my longer videos, so in the description. So if people want to check the specific thing, they can look at the timestamp, they can skip to that, and then probably you'll end up watching me for 4 or 5 minutes talking about that. So I've taken on board criticism, but do you know what? I'm not going to change. I'm not going to do a bunch of videos that are only 2 minutes long, because it's just not my style. Thanks, Darren. I really appreciate your, and I'm very thankful that I get great feedback from the majority of the community for my channel, and I do really appreciate that. And I do, every time anyone says thank you, that always puts a smile on my face, whether that's like on a live stream chat, in a comment section, DM me in the game, finding me on Discord, finding me online. Like, I am only one person. I can't reply to every single message on every single platform, unfortunately. I do have a job in real life. This is not my main job. I can't play Rise of Empires 24 hours a day. And I have other commitments, as you guys all know. But I do try and respond to as many people as I can. And in my role as ambassador, again, I can't give any guarantees that I'll make the gameplay any better. But I am trying, and I do give as much feedback to my contact at the developers as I can. I am trying to get them to listen to the community, but I don't even work for Rise of Empires. Like I said in my initial video, I'm not paid any money by Rise of Empires. I do not have any formal agreement with them in terms of content on my channel. Yeah. So what, that help button? There we go. So that's like, I just wanted to make that clear. Look, I've been sitting here for what, an hour and no one's hit me. What up, Pond? Bright night from 410 here, bro. Your videos are great help to us. Never mind what others say. Thank you very much. Like I say, guys, I do not have a problem with people giving me negative comments or feedback. You know, that's life, isn't it? You know, you can't please everyone. That's absolutely fine. I work in hospitality. I know you can't please everyone. As someone who played in two very different states, 45 and 164, I can say that the content you put on YouTube was a massive help for every single player, free to play or play to win in learning. This game is not hard, but it has so many things to catch up that having guides like the ones you are truly a must to watch. So thank you. Thanks, mate. Thanks, Latin. I really appreciate that. Cool. State 45. That takes me back. Wow. There doesn't seem to be a lot going on in 544. Have they given up? AG is one of those players who needs to clear every red dot. Do you know what? I am like that as well, actually. It drives me nuts. It does drive me nuts. I mean, let's be honest as well, like these kind of big sale items for like smaller spenders, like 3 super tickets, 10 words of truth, 100 hero tokens for $5. That's not bad. Obviously they're doing the blazing stone. Oh, magic crystal, really? I'm not keen. I know a lot of people have said about these T9 packs again. Yeah, I'm not keen on that, to be honest. But this has been, you know, this is an upgrade on what we've had for a long time. And I know they did these kind of packs in LSS for a long time as well. This is, I mean, this special offer section, right, with the XP, again, for smaller spenders, in theory, it is really good. Like 5 super tickets for $5. That's a good offer. Do I want 5 fragments of Tara? Of course I don't. No one watching this video wants 5 fragments of Tara unless you're literally in state, what, 400 or 500. Like, why do I want, what is that, 60, that's 90 fragments of Tara, right, in this progress rewards. Like, why is it not an SX10 hero, for instance, or an SX11 hero? That's what we want. That is what would make this actually totally OP. If the devs did this as a medium spender, I would be much more inclined to go out there and start spending some money on these packs. But because it's Tara, who I've already got 29 million times in the blooming seasonal recruitment banners, why the hell am I going to do it? Why is anyone going to do it? None of you watching this live stream right now is going to do this special offer page simply for that. Rant over. Imperium quests, again, like this is it's $10. You get a decent amount of tickets and war badges for that investment, and you get some Super Dragonite. Like for me, that's one thing I am doing. I haven't got it yet this month, but I will get Imperium quests each month. I will get Alliance Cup advanced quests. I will do my Royal Prestige, because those are good value events, and they are events that are available to a larger proportion of the community who are small spenders. But it's the bottom level of rewards which is the biggest issue. Like, why can't they just make these bottom level rewards better for free to play players, and like we've talked about, do some kind of gameplay mechanic which rewards people for being active. And I know they do already have that, like Horror from the Ruins, for instance, right? And the exchange shop, that rewards people for attacking 20 or more orders every day that the event is on, and then you can use your exchange vouchers. But then why don't we have Super Dragonite and war badges in that exchange shop? Or why can't there be maybe fragments of recent season heroes? If I could collect 100 anniversary vouchers and that would get me 50 fragments of Warden even, I would do it. They must code the offers according to brackets, like if a state is new, they see S1 to 3 onwards. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That would be logical, wouldn't it? You and Mr. Gill, so fun to watch. Miss him also. Yeah, Mr. Gill, he still does his channel, but I don't actually know what he's doing now. Mr. Gill, his was different to mine. His channel was a much more mature channel. He'd been playing for years. His channel has been going for years, basically, and he'd done like Lego. I don't know if like you guys had seen, like he'd done Lego videos and his channel is 7 years old. Yeah, and he started with doing Lego videos, which I think someone did like when it was the 5th year anniversary of his channel or something. Someone did like a compilation for him of all his old videos, and that was absolutely quality, like the intros he was doing. And I just loved his intro with the spinning head and everything else. And he is still doing videos. Like, I'm just literally looking at his channel now. He's probably churning out it looks like about 10 videos a month, maybe a little bit more. And he's playing, looks like Kingdom Maker. And he's been doing like a train game, Minecraft, he's gone from getting thousands of views to like the best video he's had for the last couple of months has about 600 views. But that's like how brutal YouTube is, right? You guys have got you guys do have this kind of endless option for playing, so of choice available to you. You just click on YouTube, you search for Rise of Empires. Even when I started my channel 2 years ago, it's going to be the 2-year anniversary in the next few days, actually. Mr. Gill was on there and Tripaholics was on there, and that was basically it. And I was learning from players in state 55. We'd already moved. And that was kind of, and no one had covered Eden, and that's why I kind of started my game, so my channel, because Mr. Gill was in an younger state than me. He wasn't going to be doing Eden yet, and I thought, well, hang on a minute. Everyone is all of my alliance was saying about, what are we doing for Eden? What are we doing for Eden? I don't know what it involves. And then I just thought, well, hang on a minute. Why don't I do some videos on Eden when we start, and then the next group of players will be able to watch them. And that's how my channel got going. That's my first Eden video is my most popular video. It's been viewed like 100,000 times, when generally my videos average maybe 6,000-7,000. So best farmer I know, Mr. Gill, he knew all the little things. Yeah, I mean, that was the other thing with Mr. Gill, wasn't it? Like, he didn't want to attack people. And he always said as well, like, we had a YouTube group. There were like 5 of us on YouTube. Me, Mr. Gill, Wee Little Me, and a couple of other guys. And we all had, and he always said, you know, people say that this is a war game, and he always used to say, no, it's a strategy game. And actually, I do agree with him on that, because at the end of the day, strategy, yes, to a point, your strength does win you like a Reign of Chaos season or an Eden season. But equally, if you have no strategy, you can be beaten for sure. So I tell you what I'd love to see, and the people have been talking about this, is, you know, back in the early days, you used to have on Sundays, obviously with Reign of Chaos Total War, you get an 8-way Reign of Chaos, right? So I would love to see them do that again. Like, if they could just do Clash of Province, where on Sundays all 8 states in your bracket could do KE against each other. I think that would be awesome. Oh, I've missed a question. I've missed a question. Question here, one. I have got a few S1 heroes, but I'm planning to go for S2 heroes and skip S1. I've got 150 super tickets. Should I save those tickets for S2? I'm a small spender. 100% save your tickets for S2. All of those S1 heroes are almost obsolete by the time you get to S4. In terms of if you were to take like a top 4 combos, so for your legions, S2 heroes in terms of obviously Beast Queen and Immortal, you are going to use them. If you play this game for 3 years, 4 years, you'll still use Beast Queen and Immortal. Everyone in the oldest states who have been playing this game for 3 years, 4 years, we still use Beast Queen and Immortal for attacking poison tiles in Reign of Chaos. That never changes. They are the most, in terms of longevity, Beast Queen and Immortal have the longest longevity. You could argue that someone like Iron Hand and Lionheart, who have that active 7th skill, which does the faster marching, has limited areas as well. But other than that, yeah, I wouldn't advise you try and recruit Iron Hand or Lionheart for that specific reason. You'll get them in season rewards in the coming seasons, most likely. So yeah, you definitely want to get Beast Queen and Immortal. Save your tickets for S2 for sure. It is a strategy game. It was the only reason I joined, because Call of Duty that I've had all of them since 2011. It's 10 times better for war experiences, but this is the one. It's about strategy and coordination. Yeah, definitely. I completely agree, Darwin. I used to love Call of Duty, but I just don't have time for it as well. Crizzle May, how's it going? Pond in Eden, there should be an option to manually enter the amount of troops you would like to heal. The sliding cursor is impossible to get around an 8-hour heal with so many troops in the hospital. Very good point. Yes, I agree. Why can't they just have a manual input like they do for some other elements, don't they? So, also, you had more hair 2 years ago. Yes, I did. Unfortunately, I don't earn enough from the channel to do a hair replacement therapy. I spend all my revenue on the channel on baby Pond's nursery fees, because we are charging an extortionate amount here in the UK. But anyway, that's another thing entirely. Looks like Cleopatra will be one to stay longer as well. Potentially. Axel Casanova, in what order should I unlock Immortal skills? For Immortal, he's a bit of a unique hero in that he's definitely back row, or in almost all circumstances he's back row. That 8th skill gives you that huge 80% boost in damage. So even And in the early stages, if you've got Beast Queen and Rosen, that is going to be like the meta combo for you guys for a long time, for months and months and months. So for me, I would unlock Immortal's 8th skill first, 6th skill second, and then obviously his 7th skill is always last skill you unlock. So yeah, that's what I would go with. Baby Pond is the real investor. Hey, well, me and Mrs. Pond are already saving each month for Baby Pond for her like university education or deposit for a house. I mean, prices in this country. I live near London in the UK, and just the cost of everything is just insane right now. Any idea about the 3 new heroes? Well, Big V's going to be talking about the SX12 heroes crypto. So we've actually had, for those of you that are in the older states, we had this bomb dropped earlier, and I didn't know about this either. I would like to highlight, otherwise I would have covered it. So we've had 3 new SX heroes preloaded in before the season starts. So these are the new heroes crypto. These are the new heroes for states 1 to 184 because we're on SX12. Now, as I did talk about this earlier in the stream, in LSS, when at SX12, and all of our heroes have corresponded to this point with the heroes that were released in LSS. And even now, LSS has stuck with the same formula that it's 2 heroes per season. So the development team for Rise of Empires are diverting off now, which again, for me, it's a concerning change, because why would they bring out more heroes? Possibly because they feel the lifespan of the game is actually lower or shorter than LSS's is going to be. You know, we have less active players than LSS, so that is my worry. But again, that's just pure speculation on my part. Now in LSS, this archer hero has pretty good skills. Whether it is actually going to mirror the hero in LSS, I don't know. But there in SX12 and LSS, there's a ranged archer who does do a lot of damage. Also in LSS was a general hero, but we don't have that. We have got a support footman, and then we've got a cavalry hero. Now in LSS, neither at SX12 or SX13 was there a footman hero. So I'm not actually sure. Pepin, I'm not actually sure. Dwarf as well. Why is he called Dwarf? He doesn't look like a dwarf. It's just another king character, right? I'm not sure what his skill set is going to be. And also it's weird that we've got a support footman hero when we've already had several kind of front row support footman heroes recently. That's my thought on it anyway. El Cid, and this is a complete guess, but he could be in LSS that the SX13 hero is a cavalry hero, which has very similar skill set to, yeah, I don't think he looks like a dwarf, does he, GK? Yeah, this El Cid guy could be a hero that has a similar skill set to Rosen, in that in LSS, the SX13 cavalry hero, on turns 1 to 3, that hero gives 100% chance for all 3 squads in the Legion to give an extra basic attack, which of course means that you would pair this hero with Farah or with Beast Queen, with Immortal, with Warden and Spectral Reaper. So El Cid could potentially be maybe not a replacement, because you might end up doing 2, right? Hey Oval, how's it going? Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see until Monday the 11th, when it's day 1 of the season on the maps and the recruitment banners come out. I really, really hope they get rid of these stupid banners which have got the season 1 to 3 heroes on. Like, I've made the suggestion. I have made the suggestion. As I say, I talked about it earlier. I have made the suggestion to the devs. Why don't you change the banners so that it's the same system as LSS, where you have 2 different banners. Both the banners have 4 heroes on them. Those 4 heroes are the 4 heroes from the last 4 seasons. Then, if you're a free-to-play player, if you're a top spender, you're not guaranteed of getting the hero you want. The devs will still generate revenue because those spenders will want the latest heroes on day one. They'll have to use a lot of tickets to get them. That's never that has always been the case. But if you are a small spender or a free-to-play player and you've saved up your couple of hundred tickets because you did spend $100 on the VIP shop one time, you will be guaranteed one of the heroes from the last 4 seasons, which if you are free to play or a small spender, it's unlikely that you will have all 4 of those heroes maxed. And then you will feel like you're getting value for your tickets, right? That is my suggestion. And yeah, I completely agree. Unless you spend $1,000, you can't keep up. Because you've seen it myself in SX10. I used 900 tickets that season, and I got 1 copy of Healer, 1, and I got no copies of Poison. So and I got 1 copy of Healer in rewards in SX10, and last season I got 1 copy of Poison. That is it. So, and that's with me generating as many tickets as I can through VIP shop. So, Stoker, yeah. Have I seen State 90? Yes, I have. Yeah, 4 of my friends have actually moved there today. So, I've seen State 90's top is the top state in our bracket 1 to 184. I've seen 153 and everything. Big move today. Big move. So, I did say earlier in the stream I potentially could have. I was at one point going there myself, but things changed in the last kind of 24 hours. So, Hulk Smash. The reason the game won't have the lifespan, in my opinion, is the devs have gotten very greedy. Just my opinion. Most of the free players I know quit spending because they can't keep up. Hey, I mean, I'm telling you now. I've got some players that I do chat to on Discord. I try and keep that to a minimum just because, again, unfortunately, I have 24 hours of the day, the same as the rest of you. And one guy who I've chatted to a lot, he spent quite a significant amount on this game. We're talking tens of thousands of dollars. And when the new heroes came out, he quit. He quit because before that, he had been able to stay. He wanted to be in that top kind of 0.5%, where he's in the elite effectively. And up until like 3 months ago, that level of expenditure, and he was spending, thousands of dollars each month, several $1,000s each month. That was allowing him to stay super competitive. And there is this band in the middle where so many players have quit, and you're seeing all of their accounts on the buying and selling groups on Facebook and online and everything, and all these accounts that have had tens of thousands of dollars are going for such low prices because there's just been an influx of them, and it's just there's no way around it. The luck meter completely ruined the hero recruitment as well. Yeah, I mean, it's always been the case. I mean, I hope this is one thing I wanted to do, and that's why I've done my recruitment videos the way I have, where I will recruit in multiple accounts, in my alt accounts, because I hope that gives a more accurate reflection of how recruitment works in the game. Like I've repeated it many times. The chance is 1.44%. So that is 60. To guarantee, statistically, you need 69 tickets to get a hero, statistically. But obviously, because chance is involved, it doesn't work like that. And that's why the devs have this luck meter, where so that because in theory you could actually, if you didn't have the luck meter, you could actually end up using 200 tickets and you don't get the hero. So the luck meter is the mechanism that allows you to get a hero, but then you hear of people having to use 140 tickets to get a hero to get 1,000 luck, and I think my record is 120 or 130, and I think that is unfair. It should be that it's lower than that. The threshold should be lower. I agree, and particularly where they've got this recruitment mechanism of the current banners, where you have all of these blooming SX1 to SX3 heroes, which are absolutely useless even to free-to-play players now. You know, or either they've reduced the... I mean, I would question not the number of heroes you get, because if you look at my recruitment in SX11, I can't remember how many... I had 500 tickets, and I got a lot of heroes. My average was about 50, I think, for that video. But, because I got 3 SX heroes in 40 tickets on that video, if you guys have watched it. And they were SX11 heroes as well. But before that, I spent like 300 tickets and I got nothing. Barely. I had the same experience over. I got like, I can't remember what I got now, but I didn't get any SX11 heroes. And I've kind of lost my point here. But then there should be, people shouldn't have to spend what was it? You know, I used Wargasm's account and she had 1,500 tickets and I recruited for her it was like, was it SX3 or something? No, it was a later season, but in that, whatever season I was recruiting in for her, I think maybe it was SX6. Well, I think I used 700 tickets and I only got one of those season heroes, the current season. And I think that could also be, they've never declared what the percentage chance, you know, that on those banners it says increased chance to get the current season hero. But is it an increased chance? Because statistically, I don't think that's the case. When you look at, you can see people saying I've used hundreds and hundreds of tickets, like me in SX10. I used hundreds and hundreds of tickets and I only got one SX10 hero. But they're saying that there's an increased chance, but there's no data in the recruitment information about that, about what is your chance, what is the difference. So I don't, like, guys, honestly, I don't disagree with you. I 100% agree that in Rise of Empires, particularly when you compare it to Last Shelter Survival, we have probably had, the game mechanics have made it much more difficult to accrue heroes, no matter whether you're a spender or a free-to-play player, quite frankly. So, and Oval, I guarantee that every single person reading your comment is going, yep, I've spent 100 tickets to get Cicero, and I've spent 100 tickets to get Datch. 100%. All of us here have had that experience, for sure. For sure. And the other thing I'd say about heroes is, in the hero rewards banners, you know, there are too many heroes in those rewards banners. Why until last season were we getting SX1 heroes in it? You know? Yeah. I don't disagree with you guys, honestly. The luck meter is not consistent. If you recruit one at a time, you might burn 140, 200 tickets, but if you do 10 at a time, it works. Well, the other benefit, of course, of doing 10 at a time is you get 11. So, yeah, I don't disagree. Honestly, guys, I have really strongly expressed some of my views, which at the end of the day, when I'm saying my views, they're also obviously representing your views. I've said to them, one of the first things I said when I took this ambassador role, I said, you guys are literally, you're over monetizing the game and you're gonna kill it the way you're going. And, you know, again, this week with the 265 migration issue, you know, I don't know what everyone's opinions on it are, and your opinion is probably different depending on the state you're in, but how can you let 265 do their migration and then you change the rules so that no one else can do it at the same time? Like, either you just leave it as it is and everyone can still take advantage of it, or you change the rules at the end of the off season. That's what I would say. That was my opinion on it. They can create a hard activity challenge to get Hero of Your Light, but it is based on being engaged, at least one of 4 to 6 copies. They also shouldn't include S1, S3 hero ticket selections and Eden rewards. We're beyond that. I stopped spending money once King Arthur came out because it's BS that now they have heroes only with money. Do you know what, Crypto? I don't mind these S1 to S4 random tickets in Eden, because funnily enough, even for me, I never, when I was first playing the game, I didn't have like the benefit of a YouTuber to tell me, by the way, when you join the game, you need to save your super tickets and use them in Season 2 for Beast Queen and Immortal. When it got to Season 2, I'd already been using all my tickets. I got 1 copy of Jade Rakshasa and nothing else. And it took me about 18 months to max Beast Queen and Immortal. And basically the 3 ways I did that were from fragments, which were painfully slow for both of them as well, from the specific options, which were 300k of coins in the honor shop, and also from getting them in the random tickets. So I don't have an issue with S1 to S4 tickets being available still, because they might benefit some people, but I do have an issue with these SX2 tickets that they had, and I do have an issue with them. I have a massive issue, and I did raise this, where they changed the guild development and personal achievement rewards from SX11 to SX8 last season. That should never have happened, because again, these tickets are one of the only ways that a free-to-play player can get the latest heroes, and they dropped them down by 3 seasons. It's not good enough. Cryptos from 265. Boo boo. Anyway, I'm joking, Crypto. Well, it's not. Yeah, again, it's not you guys' fault. There was the game allowed that to happen. Simple as, basically, right? And yeah, they weren't going to keep it as it was, because they don't want, again, the developers don't want a bunch of super states, because that's going to reduce. That will also reduce player activity in the game if all of the kind of super spenders are all merging together, or the top spenders, sorry, or just spenders full stop, are all merging together into a limited selection of states. Then that will speed up the loss of free-to-play players from the game. That's for sure. So, you guys, but again, I appreciate why people do super states. Like, I get it. I wanted to be part of state 90 today too, to be quite frank, but there wasn't a spot in the alliance that I wanted to join, so I had to make a judgment call and stick with state 55, where I am, where a lot of my friends are, I'd like to add, and it was a real wrench between what I did. But thanks, Darwin. Thank you for your input. A lot of excellent comments and contributions tonight, mate. You're clearly a switched on guy, and you have got a lot of great input as well. So thank you for your comments. I really appreciate it. Have a good weekend. I don't think they'll leave it as they changed it. They screwed up, and it's not fair for everyone else. I'm telling you now, Hulk. They haven't. They're not going to change it, bud. That's mine. Which alliance were you going for, Pond? I wanted. Well, my friends have ended up in T90. I didn't. I wasn't involved. I didn't even ask, to be honest with you. I didn't. My friend Robin was chatting with Yum, who was organising it, I think, for that alliance, and basically, apparently, I was. And again, I hadn't asked him myself, so I only have myself to blame, really, and I wasn't sure that I would be able to get a spot. and then apparently I did have I was basically spot 100, and then Grey Wolf's castle has been up for sale apparently, and someone bought it and said they were going to move it to 90. You know, that castle's got like 6G of kills. It is a very strong account, and I for one would put that account in an alliance over mine any day of the week. So I understand the logic behind it, and you know, they were moving a lot of their players from their accounts in 78 and other states. So that was the logical thing to do at the end of the day. And there were only a few spots available for my friends Robin, Neff and Rocky and Via, who all have strong accounts. I would say me and Robin are very close in terms of strength and numbers and stuff. But Rocky, Neff and Via have got stronger accounts than me. Not by a huge amount, but definitely they are stronger than me. So here's what it is. Hypon, what do you think of 90 migration? They go quite strong. Yeah, Lewis, like 90 are going to be quite strong is an understatement. Like they've got in, if you look purely at the numbers, they are bigger than you guys now. So yeah, I mean they're ranked 1, so you guys have got some serious competition going on now. And competition's good for the game at the end of the day. I think, you know, if we you need competition at all levels. That's the key thing, right? I think no matter what your kind of investment in the game in terms of both time and money, no matter what level that is, whether you're free to play or you're spending lots, you want to be in a competitive environment which keeps you engaged in the game. So, you know, ooh. Let's see if I can get, I'm actually going to try and get some more cop points as I haven't shielded. Literally I just sat in my state for what, an hour and no one hit me. Never mind. Oh, Hulk's sending me some screenshots on Discord. It's now 5 AM here in the UK, by the way. How's it going, Ronald? Good to see you. Buenas noches. Will we get any points, guys? Sorry, Tanya. I really need some points. No, rubbish. Never mind. $23,000 kills. Oh, I've got some resources though. No S heroes. Never mind. Oh, Battle for the Throne. Not starting soon. I don't actually. I mean, it's going to be interesting in the coming months, particularly with the way they've done COP now. I think we can. I hope we would see a lot more kind of activity in KEs in COP. I hope. The only other issue is, you know, obviously with. Actually, how many points did I get from that? Sorry. Oh, hardly any. Yeah, the only other issue you have is that you could still have the disparity where there could be states which are dying and they're being closed, and you end up with buys in the weeks and stuff like that. I think buy weeks, they need to try and sort out a solution to that as well. I don't know what either they have to keep the number of states in the game so that it's divisible by 8 in each bracket, so that you have a full like bracket in COP, or do you change the amount of states that are in your COP group, like so you reduce it to 7 per group, for instance? You know, sorry, it can't be 7, can it, idiot? you'd have to have 6 because you need an even number, of course, so that people are facing each other each week. You know, or could you make it so that there's you have like 3-way cop, for instance, so like that would make it more active. So instead of just being against one state each week, could you have a group of, say, 9 states in a cop group, and each week you have 3 groups of 3 up against each other? That would potentially give you more options for KE. It's more options to be competitive. I appreciate then that you are increasing the amount of players that would be on the losing side, because obviously every day you would only have 1 winner and you'd have 2 losers. So you're increasing that. But do people want to be in a competition every day? Is that what fuels your need to play the game? Is that one of the kind of main key things that we have an issue with? Or do you just want to win every game, every day, you know? Which I'm pretty sure people want the competitive edge, and particularly at the weekend. So that would be another way, and I've literally just thought of that off the top of my head. What is your Discord name or link? That is a good question. Well, my Discord name is LordOfPondtail space DIC space 55, and then my link ID for that is my tag is 354A. I wonder if they're doing an exchange zone here. Oh, yeah, they are exchanging. See, this guy's strong. Why not do... Oh, but only 145 million power. Hi Pond, would you recommend... Oh, by the way, and online, I'm just... If you want my line ID, it's just Lord of Pontail, all one word. And I do kind of use line more, if I'm honest with you, just because Discord's a bit more fiddly, isn't it? And I'm an old man. Hi Pond, would you recommend looking for duplicates of Beast Queen in the Hero's Return banner, or use ST to look for duplicates of Brave? For me, I always... Now, Hero's Return, now personally for me, and for a lot of my fellow players in my alliance, everyone had bad experiences with Hero's Return banners. Andres, I don't like the Hero Return banners. It said 50% chance. In my reality, and this is not just on my main account, but also my alternatives, my alts, I think it was about 20% success rate at getting them. So for me, I would say stick with getting fragments for her. Yeah, try and avoid... I would try and go for... Use your tickets to get newer heroes. S4, Brave is the absolute key hero in that season. You're going to need him quite far into the game in terms of longevity. Because you can use Brave Ragnar Avalanche as a good attacking combo later in the game. You can fit Brave in a few other combinations as well. Brave's always going to be good against the basic attack combinations because of his abilities as well. Oh no. I'm being really cheap now. I'm going for cheap points, but what am I going to do? Thanks, man. Thanks, Dose, for checking in, and thank you for your contribution today. A lot of really good points from you as well. Hope to see you again soon. 5 million points. Never mind. Yeah, so that would be my recommendation. Do not go for hero return banners ever, basically. And you won't get them on for the S4 heroes anyway. You only get them for S1 to S3. I think I'm going to have to trade for the rest of my points, annoyingly. 170 million. I don't need a crazy amount more. Yeah, I mean, S4 heroes, Divine Arrow, absolutely rubbish. Why did they even make that hero? Jade Eagle, one of the top killer heroes in the game, but very inconsistent and is literally, you know, is a glass cannon, as they say. Needs a lot of protection, and yeah, it's just you're really relying on that Jade Eagle skill to activate, to be honest. Immortal Guardian, very good defensive archer hero. Can be used for a reasonable amount of time in the game, I have to say, until like probably going up into SX 6 or 7 particularly. And then who else is on there? Desert Storm. It's you don't see any at this stage. You don't see anyone using Desert Storm, so the longevity there is not great. But considering the banner that those heroes are on, it is a good banner because Desert Storm is a decent hero earlier in the game. So no worries. Have a good weekend to you too. Oh, I need to get lucky with a literally no action on this KE. No one from 216 was actually actively playing KE, I don't think, which was a shame. Even though I'm always so slow on the playing on the emulator, but what are you going to do? Ooh. C10, they obviously play with it because they've got the skin. It's got 52,000 power, and someone from my state has hit it. Why? Jade Eagle is the Orochi of S4. I remember Orochi was just as inconsistent. Yeah, I mean, God, back in the days, you know, Orochi with his silencing skill, was it 5th skill, silenced for 2 rounds? I mean, I think it was 1 squad, right, for 2 rounds. And if that silencing skill tagged your opponent's back row hero, whether that was Zoro, Heaven's Justice, or Hurricane, because the damage from skills was so restricted at that stage, then if you had Orochi like silencing twice in a battle, you would win the battle because your opponent simply would not be able to get close to you in terms of the kills, which was just, you know, those days are long gone. I'll tell you that for nothing. Orochi was always my favourite normal orange hero. I had to run. I didn't get Rogue for literally forever. I think I'd literally been playing the game about 2 years before I maxed Rogue. I'm not even kidding. No, maybe not 2 years. 18 months. It was 18 months. I remember now because I was doing a recruitment video, Christmas 2020. and I've been playing for 18 months, and yeah, I just maxed Rogue then. And I used to have to run Orochi, Yama, Raja, and then Heaven's Justice, because again, I didn't have Hurricane maxed, and that was basically my first regular class Legion. And that, I'm talking about, like, you know, nearly 3 years ago, when I was just playing S1 and stuff. Oh, that's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I mean, I was looking, this is one oh. Well, this is a new development. People finding targets for me. Thank you, Dame. Oh, no, he's in... Oh. Oh, yeah, 216. I actually saw this... Oh, one more hit, one more hit. I went past this guy, didn't I? Oh, that's worked perfectly. Boom, 9 chests. Dame, you absolute legend. Thank you very much. Right, let's chuck the old shield on. Hurrah! We had a player in our state that had the same name, or very similar name. That's why I kind of didn't register when I saw it. What an idiot! I already went past that. Thank you, Dame. That's you've. I don't know why I didn't. Well, I know why. It's because it's 5 o'clock in the morning here and I'm half asleep. But and I've had 2 hours sleep. But never mind. Sweet. So that is that's my 9 chests sorted. Yeah. You were in the state before. That's why it showed up as white. Never mind. I wish they would rotate reset times. I mean, please, like it would be so nice to be. It would be so nice to just be able to do KE on a Friday night. But that is another thing I wish they would do. Is literally, if they would rotate reset by like 1 hour a day, that would make it fair for all of us, right? But it's never going to happen. There we go. Right, I don't have to worry about any more points today, because me and Mrs. Pond have got a really busy day planned, actually. It's Baby Pond's first birthday on the 11th of July, and we are having a party for her next Sunday with family and friends, so don't expect too much from me on the channel that day. Luckily, it's literally the day before the season starts, so that works out pretty good. Can you imagine if it was first week of the season? That would have been hectic. No destroyers, come on. I will, thank you. Yeah, 1 year has gone very quick. Very quick. And yeah, her birthday is going to be on the first day of war. But never mind. Well, yeah, she'll probably have me up really early anyway, so not a lot I can do about that. We're going out just down to the coast here in the UK. Hopefully it'll be a nice sunny day. We can go to the beach and maybe to an aquarium, because we took her to an aquarium when she was 4 months old, and she was like fascinated by the fishes. I'm sure those of you that have got children will agree. Like, they, you know, it's nice to be able to take them to places like that and show them new things, and they're fascinated by the reflections and everything else. So yeah, being a pet, like, because Baby Pond's my first child, so you're so close to 15k subs. I know. I've been watching that, Dame. So close. We'll get there. I hope I'll get there. 87 more people, so yeah, thank you all for supporting the channel. I mean, when I started it 2 years ago, I never thought, if you had told me I was going to end up with 2,500 more subscribers than Mr. Gill, I just would never have believed it. And yeah, to be the biggest content creator for Rise of Empires globally, again, it just blows my mind. And there are so many other excellent content creators out there as well. Callistos, the quality of his production is way better than mine. Like, it's not even comparable, the amount of time that he spends on a video compared to what I do. But we have different ways of doing our content as well, obviously. He's got different aims for his channel and the way he does things. You know, Barber, with all of his content and the excellent stuff he does on Heroes, and Pablo with all the stuff he does with everything. Velasquez, there are some guys that really do excellent content for the game. You know, it's really pleasing to see so many people contributing towards the community in that way. So yeah, it's awesome. But yeah, in terms of the channel, I mean, I'm over 3 million views on the channel as well, which just is crazy. So yeah, thank you all for all your support in that regard. Craziest thing I've seen today in State 90 is Hell scoring 80G in Troops Day. 1.7G power. Yeah, I mean, Paco in State 30 in Boss always used to be like one of the, I mean, he's over 2G. I just can't imagine having 2G. It's taken me 3 years to get to 455 million. So with that in mind, it's going to take me almost a decade to get to 1.7G. Madness. Absolute madness. Right, guys, it is just giving you a 10-minute warning. Oh, quick question, if you don't mind asking, what happened to all your other castles? So they are still, they're still about. Hang on, there we go. So Pon Solo is here. I don't use Pon Solo actively that much in battles, and I took Pon Solo over probably at the end of S4 or something, very early on in the game. But we use Solo as a banner account. Cheers, Hulk. Thanks for watching, bud. Again, hope to see you soon. Yeah, I use Solo as a banner account in Eden, and it's got some okay heroes. Maverick, I get actually better luck with Maverick with heroes. That's there, and I've got, there's Ponchuka again. Just, I've basically not used these accounts actively in Reign of Chaos. Oh, my farms are dotted all over the place because I still have them, and I about 2 months ago, 3 months ago, I can't remember, I think I was really busy that day. I was exhausted and I just fell asleep, and I didn't shield my farms, so they all got zeroed on KE, obviously, and I lost several 100 million resources, but that's fine. And then yeah, they're scattered all around, and I just haven't been bothered to kind of put them all back together again. So yeah, there you go, that's the answer to that. Oh, and I gave up on my Road to C25 castle because I think it was running out of gems to shield it anyway, so not so good. Yeah, and I basically only have time now that I'm back. You know, I had time during the 2 lockdowns here in the UK to work on all 12 accounts that I had. I could work on them every day and develop them. That's why I ended up with like 12 C25s. But for the last year, they are probably off the map now. No, the only account that is off the map is my Road to C25. All the others I do log in each week, and I do shield them again, just in case I need them for resources and stuff. Wow, it looks like this guy has not only migrated his main, he's also migrated his farms. Sorry, I've gone back to 90, by the way. Hey Orion, thank you very much for watching. Good to see you. So who's got the throne in? Okay, DeMarcon has taken the throne in 90. Interesting. Four without an alliance. W90 were already there, right? I'm pretty sure they were already there. I might be wrong. L90. Yeah, I mean, Achilles. A lot going on in this state now for sure. 568, 568. Mwahaha. Oh. Alright, well, I'm going to head out later upon. Everybody make sure to subscribe, so close to 15k. Thanks, Dame. Oh. Sorry. There we go. Oh, you're hiding behind all those wings. Thanks, Dame. Thanks for watching the channel, and obviously your continued support. I really appreciate it, and thank you for popping in and joining the stream tonight. Hopefully, I'll be doing another stream in the next few weeks. I really want to do more regular streams if I can, particularly if we have a good Eden map. That would be good. Just missed us 544 versus 373 phone fight. They threatened us. We took both. Oh, Daryl, I didn't. I was in 55. I was in 544. I didn't look in 373. I forgot. Too many wings here. DeMarcon is right there as well. Oh yeah, there he is. Nearly a G of power as well. I have to say, I've got a lot of time for DeMarcon. He's, like, I'm sure you would agree, like, he's a very collaborative player. He is very concise in what he says in the kind of global leader groups that I'm in online. He only says something when he only says something when, like, it has meaning, if that makes sense. He's not for the kind of chit chat and stuff, not in the groups that I'm in anyway. Yeah, I'm not surprised that a lot of people have joined him over here as well. So you guys are crazy with your looks. Oh, you got more power than me as well. T90 gonna catch boss in power. Well, I mean, that's one thing Pablo has said that he's going to do, is his power charts soon as well. So we'll have to wait and see who's going to be top again going into this season. But I know that is something Pablo will do. He will compile his kind of strength, and I think he had like a danger chart as well, which we all laughed at. But yeah, I'm sure if you're into analytics and checking who's most powerful, he'll get some stuff out to the group, to the community. Darwin, I'm back. Lol, too tired to go out. Getting old, mate. I feel your pain. I feel your pain. Ah, so I could have been. I almost ended up with you guys in 90. You can petition for me to get there next time, please. Well, we'll have to wait and see. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if people would even want me in their alliance, because it's you have a lot of visibility. Well, I say you have a lot of visibility. You don't have a lot of visibility, but you're more visible. X90. The problem with all these additional skins and stuff as well is, you know, for the emulators, you need like a supercomputer to run multiple instances now because there's so much going on. There's also the Royal Invitation now. Yeah, I mean, that would be, if I was able, that's my way that I would get to you guys in 90, to join my friends that are already there. It would have to be the Royal Invitation, so I might have to smile sweetly at Demarcom and see if he would consider me for one of the 5 invites for next season. We'll have to wait and see. That's a long way away anyway for now, so a lot can happen in 3 months in this game. We'll just wait and see, basically. Darwin, you're going to hate me, but I'm actually going to finish the stream in a couple of minutes' time, as it's nearly 5:30 here in the UK, and I need to get to sleep for a few hours before getting up to do everything this weekend. As we have a full itinerary of stuff to do, as I'm sure you guys all appreciate what it's like at the weekends. Oh, there's Fu. I was wondering where he was. Go to 127. Lots going on, and loads of people in 27 as well. There's a bell. Okay. Look at 284. Hey Jay, how's it going? Look at 284, 556, 559. That's interesting, by the way, Daryl. 544 beat 373. There's got to be a bit of disparity between you guys in terms of... I've done that right? Yeah, there's got to be some disparity there between your heroes and stuff. Oh, another... Oh, Win. This is Win, yeah. These guys are strong, aren't they? Is this... Oh, it's American. I remember when, weren't they in 289 or 299? He's not there. I remember Krios. I did used to speak to him back in the day. Oh, there you go. You gave me the wrong coordinates. 569, 562. Bingo. Oh, he is still playing then. Absolutely insane. 2.3 G. I remember when he only had 500 or 600 G. How's he got this? Oh, and he's got the Diablo. Oh, he's got the Diablo ring as well. Let me know, he's got everything. Promise of Aries, extra 10%. Quite cool, like the Diablo ring's quite cool as well, isn't it? Do you have any suggestions about immigration in the future? Well, not really, like in terms of me personally migrating, or just the game. Me personally, I'm going to have to consider migration at some point. I've got 15 tickets, I'm ready to go. I was very close to going this week to 90, to be honest. If I hadn't found out in the last 24 hours that my spot had gone, I would have gone. So that's how close I was, basically. Winwood 201, okay. 120, go, go, go. What have I got what's in 120? What, the throne, or you just want me to go there? We're doing the usual rounds now where we go and check out people's castles. Oh, you want me to see Akali, do you? Where is he? He's over here, isn't he? There we go. I mean, just 8.8 G. It's insane, isn't it? 2.6 G, 2.4 G, 2.1 G. Panda. Oh, Gemini Samsung. I remember Samsung. I can't remember. Was he in State 86 or something? Something like that. There are a few T90 at 658. Yeah, I mean 120. Akali's just on an absolute other insane level, isn't he? I mean, I don't know what he does. He must be a billionaire. The amount of money he's spending on this game. Oh, not 120, 90. Ah. Abu Dhabi's here, Neil. Dubai's here, okay. Cuban, Dushi, Maxin. Oh, there's Yum. Very strong. Mad. Seriously crazy, guys. Seriously crazy. Maybe one day I will have to leave. I'll have to leave 55 one day. I've lost three of my closest friends from 55 today. So yeah, I mean, the stats in 90 are crazy, aren't they? There you go. Right, guys, that is. I'm gonna call it a wrap now because it's 33 minutes past 5 in the morning here in the UK. I am gonna struggle to. I need to go and get some Z's. So that is it for the stream tonight. Sorry that KE was even more boring than usual when I do it. I will try to get some better KEs in the future. Hopefully now we have more players in 56. It's going to be a bit more action packed as well, and we can get back into legendary, maybe, fingers crossed. And then of course, like, hopefully in the medium future I can maybe look at moving my main to a super state and get more involved in those kind of things, which is what I kind of was hoping to do with going to 90 this week. But yeah, thank you so much to all of you who have watched the stream tonight, and of course for your continued support of the game and my channel. I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a great weekend, and happy hunting if you've still got some KE to do later today. And hopefully I'll be bringing you lots of content on the new SX12 season ahead, whether that is the new gameplay content or the new heroes. Hopefully you'll hear it first here on LordOfPondtail. So that's it for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Peace.